Today, you can put the past away. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties, full of lies that you've been living in. And if you do know what to see me again, I would understand. I would understand. I would understand. The angry boy, a bit too insane. Icing over a secret pain. You know you don't belong. You're versifying, you're way too loud. You flash of light on a barrier shot. I know something's wrong. Everyone I know has got a reason. Say, put the past away. It's you, it's like that. But I don't want to. And I won't keep you. I would understand. I would understand.
Random stream for a random new arc I'm going into, or not. I don't know.
Oh boy, another day, another moment.
The term neo anti-SJW is something I just made up, like neo-Marxists and crap like that. Evolution on the formula out there. Let's see how it goes for me. Yay, nay. I thought I would try to get out there a little bit more and start living up to a little bit of the randomness and stop being so nice in some regards, because we'll see how this goes. Okay, so starting this off with a video that I just saw pop up that I think will cascade rather nicely into a couple of other things that I want to just shit out over this particular stream tonight or this morning. Depends on where you are. So let's go play that video, guys. Get some energy.
The Fallout franchise. Unfortunately, Fallout New Vegas has never had a game after it in the Fallout franchise. Nope, there hasn't been a Fallout game since Fallout New Vegas. Jokes aside, people who prefer Fallout New Vegas have been demonized for many years now.
Did she really go into jokes aside? Uncle Emily, dear Emily, you're trying to tell me this whole video isn't a joke? Okay, the demonization of New Vegas fans, part 1. I almost feel bad going over this. This almost feels like satire. Does it pop up here? Anything to warn me? No disclaimer. No disclaimer here. I don't know. It just strikes me as satire. A complete embrace of identity politics, the sort of a brain rot, oppressor versus oppress point of view that people are getting into the mindset on. And it's not just politics. It's not just the woke left or even the woke right. Fandoms have wars all the time that seem to mirror this sort of I'm not quite sure what to call it at this point, but the oppressor versus the oppressed model of Marxism. Okay. How can I ever say that? More critical theory. Who the hell knows? But I just want to point that out. Maybe this is a parody, a satirical take at it, but knowing what I know about Enclave Emily, it is sort of doubtful there.
Typically in defense of other Fallout games for one reason or another, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. Let's start with the obvious, the separation of people who prefer New Vegas to other Fallout fans. You see, prior to me getting into these discussions around Fallout games and all that shit, I had never actually heard the term New Vegas fan before. I was just a Fallout fan, you know? I had played 3 and
Her personal experiences. Okay. Very good. Standpoint theory. Gotta love it.
enjoyed it. Controversial, I know. I had played New Vegas and enjoyed it. Controversial, I know. I had absolutely hated the gameplay of the old games, but I really liked the story. Now, I get how some people are using it. They're referring it to people whose favorite Fallout game is Fallout New Vegas, but there are some who use the term effectively to separate people, trying to say that, no, they're not actual Fallout fans. They're just this, that, or the other. Now, I can't believe I have to be reduced to this, but what is an RPG? An RPG...
Oh, yeah, before she gets onto this whole rant that sort of proves the fucking... Again, this is why I think this is satire. Go over this, and she acts like a total elitist here. Okay? That's weird as shit to me, okay? I don't even know how to process it without my brain blowing a gasket here, guys. Or gals, or whatever the fuck you want to identify as. Don't care.
Is a role-playing game. And what's a role-playing game? It's a game that allows you the freedom to role-play. Be a knight, be a bitch, be a saint, be a nick. It's a game that allows for player choice and player freedom. How much player freedom? It can vary from game to game, but a good RPG is defined by...
Do I not have this on speed? I'll put on subtitling, okay. So he said, a bit of a warm-up here. Subtitling, speed up. Sorry if you can't follow along. I'm good at reading and sort of going along. And this video doesn't have much substance, but it does fall within the sort of us versus them mentality. Both mentalities are stupid. Why don't people get it? Okay. Why get into these petty little flame war internet culture wars? Maybe for drama, maybe for entertainment, maybe for other reasons. I'm not going to say too deeply at this point.
How much it allows the player to roleplay, the choices, the paths they can take, and the consequences of actions that the player can take. There's a reason why player bases of some of the best RPGs have communities that just never seem to die, because people are always debating the consequences of X, Y, and Z and what ifs. That's exactly what Fallout New Vegas is, despite all the jank. It has such good writing and so many options that people feel a sense of freedom and are interested in scenarios that either they created as a consequence.
See how she's gonna frame New Vegas? You're not gonna beat the fucking New Vegas elitist fucking claims here, okay? I need to stop saying that. Fuck it out.
Of all the choices they made, which are different from all the other players, and the endings and implications of those endings, that people get really invested into that. So take someone who is interested in the story of New Vegas, the different outcomes of New Vegas, and put them playing Fallout 4, a role-play.
Womp, 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 womp.
3 out of the 4 endings are copy-pasted from one another quite.
It depends on what you want out of the game. I saw something by Indigo Gaming. You know, I disagree with the sort of stupid retcon take on the Fallout TV show, but he did bring up a good point about how Bethesda during Fallout 4, why they did correct that food problem that a lot of people were like, the food problem for Fallout 3, which I agree with. I can understand the setting, why it might cause some people to be like, this is weird. A lot of the people look like scarecrows. You know, scurvy, eating a lot of meat will get you bad health. It helps. Lampshade, I think, is the term. The horrible fucking character designs of the Bethesda character models back from the day. And it's not much better if you look at even Creation Engine 2, it's behind the times. But where was I going with this? Yeah. He brought up a good point about Bethesda trying to refine the sort of first person shooter mechanism, because both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, rather craptastic version of that. New Vegas did improve that with iron sights. And a lot of people hated the RNG that you need to pump up the stats in Fallout 3 to actually accurately shoot. I think that was a good RPG mechanic within that game that was stripped out of New Vegas. But again, all preference.
Literally. And writing's so dumb that when you hear the fact that they wanted to introduce magic into Fallout, you can't even be surprised. Really, the flaws of Fallout 4 are exemplified.
And where did they do that? Example, please. No, let me not do that. Okay. As I said, this seems like a joke, a parody, a straw man of this sort of debate. And yeah, it probably is. But people are going to act like, yeah, this is why this is a warm-up.
I'd buy the 4-option dialogue wheel, where not only are some of the things that you may pick in that dialogue wheel not representative of what gets vocalized after selecting it, but where...
Yeah, everyone admits that was a bad idea. Bethesda tried to copy fucking what Mass Effect did, and it failed. Burned in their face. It wasn't Mass Effect. This is why they shouldn't have tried to do what other people wanted. That I don't know if they did market research to really, let's be like Mass Effect. That idea was a complete and utter mess. Maybe some people who like Bethesda Fallout won't admit it. Does it mean that all Bethesda fans? See, again, this is just as reductive as the people who say both sides are reductive as all hell. Hell, their side might be more reductive. I don't know. Fuck them.
Selecting no when handed a quest adds that quest to your quest marker anyway, starting the still ongoing meme of no meaning yes. Because when there's consent, there's never any abuse. Huh? Okay, hold on.
When there's consent, there's never any abuse. It's this person being legit. Are they just... I can't tell if they're into the progressive politics or are they just mocking it. Maybe they're having this two minds duality of this by using co-opting a lot of the leftist terminology for their own. Well, to be honest, Enclave Emily is trans, I believe. She'll admit it herself. And I'm calling her she because, why not? Okay. I'm not that much of an anti-SJW that I won't use that crap.
Sorry, a settlement needs my help. I'll be right back. Anyway, as I was saying, is it really elitist to point to these two examples, the vast differences between these two games and... Huh? Okay, sorry, another settlement needs my help. I'll be right back. Yeah, as I was saying, is it... What? No, okay, another settlement needs my help. I'll be right back. Is it really elitist to want to play an RPG?
This is a great meme video, but I can't take it seriously. After that, it's like, okay, you did it 3 times. Good job, girl. Okay, go on. Don't expect me to actually take you serious. And this is going to hurt people who actually do take a lot of this discussion autistically serious, which is funny as shit to me.
And then as you are playing a new game and wanting it to be an RPG because you're paying to play an RPG, is it really elitist to then turn around and say that maybe
you're playing an RPG? Oh, fuck. There's even this one dude who had this whole diatribe about what is RPG? What about... No, let me not get into that. That's bringing in something else completely different. Yeah, she does it later. Okay, let me not do the same thing as her. Okay, this autistic fixation on the RPG element, it's still there. Is it reduced? Hell yeah. Okay. But yeah, no, when Bethesda can't do anything right, why should they fucking listen to No Mutants Allowed? And what is that? Schizo Elijah sort of type of personalities, sort of voicing their opinion when most of those people hate Bethesda with terms like Bethesda. This whole fucking flame war. Yeah, it's
A game that doesn't respect your choices might just maybe not exactly be a very good RPG. This argument is used by people that don't actually care about the franchise that they're supposedly trying to defend and just want to justify the fact that they bought slop. They don't want to feel stupid for.
I love it how all these fucking tourists comes in the last moment. Let me jump on this thing that I only played a couple years ago and be like, yeah, the old series is great. Yeah, it loses me. It's like, get the fuck out of a game I played a couple years after it came out. Okay. Again with the okay stuff. But yeah, I've been playing since Fallout 3. I tried to go back for the original ones. Not for me. I can respect them. I went through the storyteller's lore on it. I have deep respect for the original games. It just not for me. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, they're the horrible. This is horrible game design. That was the game design of that era. That was the game design that was very niche, got popular enough that it got picked up after Interplay got fucked over by a whole bunch of people, such as Titus Entertainment. This is why I think
for having enjoyed a
Everything's
badly
there.
made game, so they try to paint critics of it who compare that game to Fallout New Vegas as diehard elitists that don't know how to have fun. Speaking of fun, there's another settlement that needs your help, and you no longer have a choice in it. Go do it, you fucking. But yeah, if you're new to this shit fest, yes, that's basically what it boils down to. A lot of people calling others elitist for simply wanting a game in a certain genre to fit the description of that genre. You cannot criticize iterations of Fallout from 4 onwards because you are at risk of being labeled as a Bethesda hater, an Obsidian fanboy, or fan.
that's fucking retarded. You're supporting a comment with no likes. Oh, fucking hell. Low hanging fruit for you. Couldn't you find something with a little bit more upvotes? Okay. From a logical perspective. Okay. Are you that triggered by little comments that you're going to go off like this? I just don't understand this. Sorry. I just don't.
Fangirl, a New Vegas elitist, or a toxic hater. Looking at you, many a true nerd, you Todd Howard dick guzzling, YouTube shekel sniffing.
Oh, someone triggered by the very sensitive, very weird guy. Okay, many a true nerd, he's just a gamer. Okay, and I gotta stop that. Gotta break that habit, people.
Fucking
Big YouTuber agrees with me, and I get a lot of likes for saying.
Nice. You got 10 upvotes. What angry corner the internet I stumbled into. This comment section is wild. People are actually getting vehemently upset at those involved with the show and even the people enjoying the show because of the missing date on the chalkboard. Laughing my ass off. The NCR still exists, and we almost certainly gonna see them in season 2, which was just greenlit. People need to relax. Relax.
Saying that
do
you
do
didn't
it.
actually waste your money supporting a guy that has a reputation of lying to people. Leave the multi-million-dollar company alone, how dare you? And if you've been paying attention so far, you might notice in the comment section.
Yeah. They are fanboys. Just like you're a tourist coming in late game to sort of pick up the slack because you find the people talking about it cool, pushing certain things you like.
below, or maybe on Reddit, because Reddit loves to take my fucking videos to make circle jerk threads, that people might have not gotten past this point in the video, because they're going to take the fact that I've actually toned up my anger voice and threw a few joke insults around to justify their false preconception that all people who criticize Bethesda Fallout and defend Fallout New Vegas are toxic fanboys or fangirls. Think about it. What is it that I've said here that's disagreeable? Nothing. Nothing at all. In fact, most of this time,
No, it's just a fact. Nothing I said. It's irrefutable. I am 100% correct with everything I say. I'm not a condescending little bitch who likes to milk fucking content and make fun of other fanboys. Sorry. It's just a sort of it feels like projection. This feels like pure and utter projection. Utterly.
I've stuck to literal Oxford Dictionary definitions of the things that I'm talking about. But that doesn't matter, because when it comes to the demonization of Fallout New Vegas fans and people who want the Fallout franchise to improve in quality, not just in quantity, the primary vector of attack is simply being the loudest out of all of them. That's why the term Bethesda bot exists, not because some people think that they are superior to others who might enjoy Bethesda games, but because the people who try to argue online always, without fault, parrot the exact same points, and will never, and I mean never, actually try to engage with the people that they are.
Okay, here's a very important thing. This has to be a parody. This has to be a fucking joke. I've asked them to engage with me. I love it when I hear this from people. Thanks for the warm-up video. Thanks again, Enclave Emily. I know you can't actually stand someone making fun of you like I'm doing here. But let me know if you want to engage with me over my criticisms, and not just to the comment section or some Reddit threads. Nameless bot NPCs. Hell, given the dead internet theory, some of these people might be NPCs. Are they hired by fucking Bethesda or Microsoft to upvote things? Maybe. I don't fucking know. There's NPC people I've met in real life at the end of the day. But let's give Enclave Emily a chance to go on a little bit.
Are supposedly
not too much
criticized.
longer.
And I say supposedly
warm up.
because it's actually an emotionally driven demonization. Don't believe me? Let's look at the Fallout show. You might have noticed that when the Fallout show came out, a lot of the people who criticized it were being called universally New Vegas fanboys. Why? Because the primary vector of criticism against the Fallout show was the lore. I've gone into a 3-hour session of me shit-talking the Fallout show and explaining how it retcons lore and how it's a bad shit.
And it's bullshit. It's utter cope bullshit, okay? Again, stop with the okay, man. Gotta fix some of those bad habits of mine. But at the end of the day, you can't just say retcons lore and then go nah, 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 nah. When you're presented with counter arguments, that just makes you come off as a little baby. So stop being such a little baby and coping via humor, because that's what this is. That's what a lot of this shit is.
Show. And do this by yourself if you would like to, but simply go to a video criticizing the Fallout show or a thread criticizing the Fallout show. I am willing to bet you are going to see people accusing each other of being New Vegas fanboys.
Or actually try to have discussions with people on the other side. But you know what? You can't do that. You can't actually have interactions with people you disagree with. Well, some people. This person, probably not. Why should they? They have such a great fan base, I'm sure. Keeping up the legacy, okay? And coping about it with complete shit videos. But at least you get good views off of it. It's tough not being part of the Bethesdaites or the New Vegasites, okay? Again, fucking hell.
boys. And when such a thing arises, I am also willing to bet that you are going to see people saying things along the lines of, you only care about those lore aspects because you don't want Fallout to change. It might sound like a good argument, it might sound like a half-decent argument when you think about it, people caring too much about the old games and old lore and are unwilling to accept anything new. Yeah, some people get a bit too stuck in the past, and they may be.
Thank you. Fucking hell. At least you accepted that fucking little factoid. Stuck in the past. Back in the day when I had to walk up a hill and do a whole bunch of crap. A lot of people long for the nostalgia of youth where they didn't have all the crappy stuff in life. That is an absolute fact.
Unwilling to accept changes and the franchise moving on and things changing. It makes sense until you consider the fact that this is in defense of the show that erased 20 plus years of developed and established lore about a franchise. You just don't want things to move.
It didn't. You did not prove anything. You took some crap and said, nah, we're not going to listen to counter arguments. We are the right ones. That's basically what you motherfuckers did from what I saw. But you know what? I didn't want to bully you guys by getting too deep into that. I bullied enough of the people of, the no mutant allowed people who, are pretty much tourists who came in well after the fact. I can actually respect a couple of people out there who were original fans of the original franchises, but that ain't you fucking tourist. Okay, I'm playing up the sort of tourist angle, but it does have an element of truth to it.
Move on in the game world, they say, as they defend things staying the same and nullify 200 plus fucking years of in-universe lore, making any decisions that you.
How dare they? You know what? This argument works better in Doctor Who. The Fallout TV show is an adaptation of a video game and a rather well-received and I think well-adapted series. And you guys are butthurt about it. And hell, I found another video that I'm probably gonna cart off to another stream about trying to break the fucking lore world, trying to say something is truly bad because you make autistic arguments about how the world is broken. I dealt with that enough previously. Yeah, a few more minutes and off to the races.
In previous games be for fucking nothing. Does that sound like it makes sense to you? I don't think so. Leave a purple heart emoji if you made it this far into the video or if you agree. I love you guys, but you know who I don't.
Oh, the parasocial relationship aspect of content creation. I hate anyone who comes to my videos. I hate you all. I don't actually hate you. I don't understand love, hate. Why are you getting so attached to this fucking shit? Okay, audience stuff. Okay, it's going to sink me eventually, but yeah, what's with the parasocial relationships of every YouTuber? Oh, the streaming stuff. You get attached, okay? You want a fan base. AI, slop content is just fucking drowning out, so all these people have to connect with their audience. But I like to conversate with the people who come to watch my videos. I don't need this sort of I love you or I hate you. Okay, do the I hate you part, but that was just a little bit of humor. So I said, why the fuck should I really get into that particular matter there? So let's get into the real nitty gritty. Smash JT is at it again. He is being a cancel culture snowflake. And I'm disappointed to see Mr. Chris Avalon sort of jump on this bandwagon, okay? Again, with okays. To stop that. Okay. Bang. let's get into this news. So, boy, apparently employees at Obsidian are now sharing Intel Slack messages. Yikes. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, you linked to a Smash JT video. Before I actually get into the article, uh, this guy, Smash JT's last little whistleblower. Oh God, he fucking a YouTuber, and yeah, I do believe he fucking worked at Ubisoft France, but dude's a little unhinged, trying to make psychological assessments of Kim Belair. She probably does see a therapist. Okay, again, fucking hell. But that seems to be the typical trend of these richoid people. Does seeing a therapist and all that crap mean someone's crazy? Not necessarily. Does she probably have mental problems? Yeah, probably. Most people do. Most people on the left do. Most people on the right do, but they don't see therapists for it sometimes. Sometimes they see their priest. That is a thing. But yeah, this guy was an IT guy who got fired, and his whole story stings all high hell. That he tracked down a employee. He was tracking down someone creating illegal content. I don't know if I have it in this particular. Yeah, I do. I have one of these. I have one of these weirdos coming at me all the time. He's following me just give me shit. So you'll see him pop up. I don't know this dude. Not going to block him. I'll see if he has a relevant point at some point. I like to sort of, even if someone's a complete moron, complete brain rot, I'm not going to dismiss them. They might give me an actual point here and there. I did what? Like this guy. What about this video so red flaggy that jumped straight to inferring he's fake? Trust me, blow. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you didn't watch the video or even read the JT article. Meanwhile, here you are acting better than. No, I'm not. I'm saying it's dumb. It's dumb to do the just listen and believe. Okay. I went with the, yeah, I hope Smash JT checks his story and gets the receipts to back it up. This YouTuber before Grums, the Demion, run with the story as if it's 100% true. Because the networking and running with stupid stuff, it seems like an overreach without much evidence to back it up. Many of the unsubstantiated claims made by that YouTuber, if proven to be mostly untrue, all your credibility outside of your little section of influencers will become even worse than it already is. True. Yeah. He links to the actual video. Thank you, man. You're helping me out for this. You have to pop over. But of course, his whole story. Why am I going over this? I don't know. I shouldn't. Just trust me, bro, with this. You can find the start if you really want to. It's on my X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, he was an IT guy. He has a story that he got fired because he was tracking down someone downloading illegal content. And it was his boss, so he got fired. Maybe it's true. I don't know. But it still stinks of all high heaven, especially with sort of is sort of this. Yeah, he wanted to be like, yeah. If she didn't even go to France ever during the time period where he was hired, that would actually completely break his case completely open, completely make him look like a clown. Like, but of course, Kim Belair probably is not going to acknowledge this. So lucky them. Lucky them. And maybe he did actually see her around the office. He wasn't friends. Kim Belair is probably way too hoity-toity to actually associate with just some lowly IT guy. Okay, I'm not defending her. I'm just pointing out the fact that why are you just gonna trust this bro? Just like you shouldn't just listen and believe all victims. Okay. Some think Smash JT is making himself out to be all the fucking time or other people. Okay, here's another part of this that really will come into this. Again, you're gonna see if you watch this. This is fucking illegal. Let's just go into this. Let's see what's illegal about this. Please tell me. Reminder to Black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open. You will always have priority. We got two. God, this is fucking ridiculous here. I can't believe this is actually serious. It probably fucking isn't. We got way too. This is probably bait. We got way too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. Is he serious? Dude. Yeah, I agree. Art director at Obsidian Entertainment. All thoughts on my own. On occasion, freelance illustrator, designer. He, him, contact me, blah, blah, blah. It's not Fritz. You can find it lame because it is. But at the end of the day, this is an individual choice of his and probably bait. Don't let dipshits on either side of the aisle trigger you so much that you forget people have that individual choices. Okay. Nice job encouraging people not to care about the breaking, not care about other breaking employment laws to be racist. Yeah, keep calling other people racist. Keep up the trend, dudes. It worked out so well for the leftists now that you're sort of firing back on it. Okay, I like the whole, what is it? Base black man, a little bit of ginger. He's got freckles, okay. Shawshank Redemption. Let's stop referring to each other by race, okay? Colorblind philosophy over this fucking anti-racism that is plaguing the world at large now. Yeah, personally doing a portfolio reviews or job advice breaks no laws, or did you misread the post? One can assume as an art director being on the team for quite some time. No, you can't fucking assume anything. Yeah. You guys use the joke defense all the time. He's got a built-in joke defense. Take this as a court. Yeah, we think this guy is biased. Look at this fucking tweet. Yeah, fucking the judge would fucking throw this out. Okay, so we got Smash JT. Let's take a bonus track from Rosary Warrior. Might as well do that real quick as a quick aside. Shout out to someone who probably doesn't want to be mentioned. So we have Rosary Warrior, John F. Trent. And you gotta love how often, and just to let everyone knows, ICE allegedly forcing employees to undergo. At least he's covering his ass legally, allegedly, rumors. So yeah, make a claim, blah, blah, blah. Duckworth for explaining the wheel. He goes on like it's this stuff is crap, okay? I have no clue how this really comes into it. Kimberly Crenshaw. You're citing fucking tweeters, rightoid influencers in this as rumor. White woman. Okay. The part I want to get into. Yeah, cringe stuff. Okay, give me a moment. I need to take a moment. But it doesn't stop here. She also posts about promoting trans ideology and pushing books for trans for children. I'm not going to look into it. I don't know how they seem to hype this fucking stuff up. I think posting that pushes trans for children. I don't think that sort of stuff, encouragement to be trans, but yeah, sorry. I'm having this sort of a weird take here because, yeah, I don't think children who don't have consent should transition. So I'll have to give him some credit here. Oh, it's a concern. I don't know if these books actually push trans for kids, but I can see the problems with the trans idea of trans children being an issue. I have to give him credit where credit isn't due, but it's not like it was a position that he held until he got into this whole culture war stuff. I have legitimate reasons for why I have issues with it, criticisms of it, not trying to fucking get people to go after these people. I think they're horrible, and I think our culture is moving in. You're banned this affirmative care and a lot of these fucking places that are doing these trans sort of conversion for kids. So here's the part I wanted to get into. I mean, you were doing so good. I almost could agree with you in certain aspects. But then you have to bring this fucking up here. And this is beautiful. Beautiful find by whoever video who won't want to be mentioned probably here. This is out. Of course, Catholic Justice Warrior. Rosary Warrior Trent had to, of course, cite the Catholic Church. And this is where I really want to get into it. And how I don't even think I was on the fucking article. I hate my life sometimes. Now, let me just for the record, because I was being a dumbass and not looking at I was focused on my second screen and not anything else. So let me just show this just for the record, people. Yeah, I have nuanced takes and nuanced opinions, but those are formed. And oh, of course, my mouse stopped being an ass. Those are formed not by these dipshits. The issues of trans kids and those issues are formed by thinking about it rationally. Okay, I don't need some propagandist and some dipshit coming into the gaming scene to push this shit. Okay, if you're in politics, yeah, I don't like the shit getting brought up in fucking entertainment anywhere, and trying to make it like this is for gamers really fucking annoying to me. It's like hiding the ball. So you got the linked article. And I found this really good thing here. Hilarious thing. Support of the woke right. Okay. Fuck, I keep doing that. Yeah, it's here. Let me take a drink. Why? Yeah, this is what like, maybe I'm being a little bit reductive, but this is just a extra commentary. I've long been passionate about Catholic social teaching. That's interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay, just that popped up a little bit. Probably not content worthy, but definitely worth actually getting into overall. So let's, because I don't really want to actually fucking listen to Smash's fucking little video that Chris Avalone fucking shared. I'm thankful for Smash JT little thing being out there and him linking it to his video so I don't have to hear his fucking annoying voice. So that is subjective. Different people will have different tolerances will have different tolerances for different people's voices. Like I can't stand V's voice. That was initially why I didn't know what a dumbass he was. He's not always a dumbass, but sometimes sweeping for Grums was epically dumb, I think, from him. But maybe he has a plan for that. So this time, let me make sure I share this. Exclusive Obsidian whistleblower. Again, the fact that you use that YouTuber who was in IT, who made really out there claims, it sort of hurts you using this whistleblower thing. Okay. But this definitely does look like it came from someone who had access to this Slack. Was it someone with it? Since it's an anonymous source this time, could it have been another IT guy? Could have been someone else? Who is it? I'm not trying to do it. I'm just like, yeah, who you're considering a whistleblower. It's sort of hard to say when you don't know it and you don't have the credibility to sort of pull off people believe in this. So a whistleblower with internal information from Obsidian Entertainment has come forward with shocking screenshots of a Slack message from blah, blah, blah. Completely exposing the company's internal toxic culture. This brave individual reached out to me with a burner email to protect their identity, fearing, of course, for severe backlash for daring to expose the truth. The information they shared is honestly pretty troubling. Okay. Keep this in mind. Companies' internal toxic culture. That is something be introduced early on. Some people would consider it poisoning in the well. But yeah. But the entire environment that has been created over the past few years at Obsidian and paints a very grim picture of what life is like now. At one time, one of the industry's most, go with the emotional appeal. Okay. This is insight. Please do not reach out or contact. Yeah. Disclaimer. Lawyer. Make sure you're not seen as harassers, even though there will be some schizos. I have no problem with that, but unfortunately, Smash JT has a habit of actually promoting schizos. I've been sent a series of Slack. Again, reveal, is he reiterating the same point? You can't just keep on saying the same thing over and over again and make it magically true. Led by none other than Matt Hassan. Yep, oversees many, but all accounts fosters an awful atmosphere where ideology conformity is not just encouraged, but demanded. Okay, where is it demanded? He's making a claim. Where's it demanded? Where's it demanded? If you step out of line, if you step out of the ideological line, you're pushed out of the company. Again, you're making claims. Do you show the evidence to support that? In Eternal Slack, you just keeps on reiterating, revealing the disturbing trend of a surge of employees at a city and banding together to ridicule and berate Elon Musk on X, former, Grums. We've done it. Having pronouns in a fantasy game is utterly acceptable. Again, Elon, another Taurus, okay? I got to stop saying okay. Why is it unacceptable? Why? You just saying it because you don't like the trans ideology. Your kid got turned trans. You're just being a reactionary. What about video games makes it unacceptable? Pronouns. You're so fucking boring. Look, I think it's lame, but I actually am tolerant. Tolerance seems to be something that people aren't very tolerant of nowadays. Why? Because they challenge the ideology of anyone at. No, it's because they're dipshits trying to tell them what they can and can't do. They're, yeah, they're activists trying to push stuff that, hell, Grums has some footing in here, even though his fucking video game is a fucking scam. Well, sorry, allegedly a scam. 8 years, taking over 500 million. I think it's over 600 million, not million. Don't quote me on that. 500,000, over 500,000 at the end of the day. Why? Because it challenged blah, blah, blah. Here's some key interpretations from the leaked messages. This rules, you're giving them free promotion. Okay. Is it going to turn out well for them? This sort of angle? It's a risk. It's a risk. Stupid will be stupid. Stupid will be stupid. I'll never get how insane of a hill pronouns are to die on. Yeah, typical bullshit stuff. You shouldn't be able to choose what people fucking call you in a role-playing game. Not a bright man, luminaries. I have no clue. Probably gamer talk there. Isn't that a dimwit? Don't know about that. Don't care. Now, too late to add the rat. Oh, God, that is a little mean. That is a little off. That indistinctly. That should be the thumb boy. Why are you giving that to fucking Elon? That should be fucking thumb boy. Heels first, baby. These guys aren't with the culture, okay? Elon's just a tourist coming in who knows nothing about this, trying to go in using his authority to oppress these leftists. I don't know with that. Messages reveal an environment where ideological hostility takes precedence over any sort of professional behavior. This is just a very small segment of something leaked by a so-called whistleblower. Employees are my brain is breaking. Employees are competing and taking increasingly hostile jabs at Musk, where one was even suggest mocking him through in-game content and killing him. Did she? Or he? I don't fucking know. Well, if it's I guess that's an interpretation, boys. So, da 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 da. Yeah. You keep on reiterating this. I'm getting to the fucking point. These people are lost, blah, blah, blah. Thinking the rest of the world are the crazy ones, unable to look eternally at their own faults. They're latching on to what is accepted, and in doing so, creating an unwelcoming environment to actual developers that care about the games that they are working on. What actual developers? Why the video game industry is far more laid back compared to more professional industries out there. There's still lines that shouldn't be crossed, and this is a perfect example of that. And it's all being actively encouraged and endorsed by a leader at Obsidian, Matthew Halson. Oh, God. A toxic leadership. Whistleblower alleges Matt Hawson is the driving force behind the entire environment. Sure. I'm sure, totally him. As art director, Hawson is in a position of significant influence. So, significant influence. And responsibility. Yet, instead of fostering a collaborative and actual inclusive workplace, he instead chooses to encourage division and groupthink. I know, you're all shocked. It would be good if he had evidence of that. One particular concerning aspect of the messages is Hassan's outright dismissal of different perspectives. Example, please. He refers to Musk and, yeah, tourist, as I said. Musk has nothing to do with gaming. This is the kind of leadership stifles creativity and innovation. Intervention, yeah, I can't say that word. Fuck off. Replacing them with fear and conformity. If you dare step out of line, you are next on the chopping block. Recently, some very questionable tweets and blue sky messages from Matt Hassan himself has come to light, painting him in not the best leader. Sickos. JPEG, I want so badly to make him mad with my game. Yeah, that's a very fucking lame. Is he being serious? It's hard to tell. I cannot believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default. It says little shit. Really? You said little shit. Okay, I have no fucking clue. Let's go back. I've reached out to Obsidian studio head Fergus, some Uga's heart, Uga Haka for comment, and we'll relay that to you if anything comes from it. So you talked to his boss. What did you say to him? Okay, let's see this. Adding the concerns with all of this, his completely different whistleblower recently reached out to me, revealing Matt Hassan is reportedly protected by the higher ups at Microsoft. You know, corporate. What the fuck? Not corporate incompetence. I don't even know. Let me not add to this with some hyperbolic example here. With his job being completely secure. You got to love this, okay? He doesn't want to actually outright come and say, he wants this guy fired for being mean. It's so fucking sad. I mean, there is definitely concerns if he's acting like this, even if they're jokes, maybe he has some bias, maybe check into his hiring pattern. But some people are like, yeah, sue him based off of this one fucking reported thing by this fucking dipshit here. With his job completely secure, despite the growing backlash and toxic work environment, he cult evaded. Very clever. Very clever. He put the cult in the cultivate. Smash JT. Regarding Matt Hansen's potentially being fired, another industry insider. It just reiterates so much. Reach out to me. Yeah, no, he won't. Yeah, said that. This info is pretty wild, especially considering everything that has come to light about his toxic behavior and his leadership style. Okay, toxic behavior. I can see that. Very SJW of you to point that out. And leadership style, we don't fucking know his leadership style. You're getting a whistleblower to reportedly anonymously tell you about it. What did he even say? You barely covered it. It really makes you wonder, really think about it. If this protection is indeed the case, why is that? Almost seems like Microsoft itself is in agreement with him. What systematic problem within the gaming industry? But are you looking at the right? Are you looking at the right place? I think the whale speech, the microtransactions, and all that stuff, all this progressive stuff, it just runs a cover for these other things, a distraction, and Smash JT plays right into it, or at least complicit in it. The way Hassan is acting, it all raises serious questions about the company's stance on fostering healthy and inclusive workplaces. You know, the thing they always drone on about caring for. Here it is. The call to action. It's time to shine a big spotlight on these actions and hold leaders like Matt Husson accountable for fostering toxicity in the workplace. Again, he just keeps saying toxicity in the workplace. You got one anonymous claim that you claim is a whistleblower. And then you have leaked stack things where they're making fun of Elon Musk and Grums. Yeah, it's not adding up, man. It just doesn't work. So studios like Obsidian needs to be places where creativity and innovation, keep fucking up that word, thrive. Not where employees are bullied into ideological submission. Example, please. Where is their example? I mean, you're just assuming stuff. Yeah. They have a leftist leaning. Does that fucking surprise you? Leftists tend to be more creative. Leftists innovate. That's why they're all over Silicon Valley. And conservative, more right-leaning people conserve, okay? It's a whole yin and yang, back in balance. Gamers deserve better. Developers deserve better. Sorry. And most importantly, the industry as a whole deserves better. Do better, guys. Do better. I've heard that from me. Someone said, do better. And then they blocked me. If we want to take gaming back for actual gamers, what actual gamers? You're political activists. You are just the opposite of Kotaku. Do people not see? I mean, Smash JT isn't even the worst. I just went over the fucking John F. Trent all over the place, being cited by various YouTubers, and they don't point out the fact that he cites fucking the Catholic Church, a Bishop Barron. The dude needs to hide. Needs to go more mask on with that and stop citing the fucking Catholic Church, especially with James Lindsay talking about the woke right. Only thing we can ensure that the games we love. I have not seen anything about game love from you, Smash JT. You come off as a tourist. You come off as a shill. You fucking shield for Tommy Tallarico's retro system, and now you're talking about modern gaming. I mean, I have to explain why that's stupid. why people shouldn't actually take you seriously, why pushing you as a credible source is incredibly idiotic in so many different ways. Maybe it's like the people who, shoplift. Sometimes they'll let people come in and shoplift for a while, keep track of it. And once they get up to a certain amount, they'd be like, bam. Yeah, here, you go to jail. Maybe they're just waiting, or maybe the people actually, maybe they just don't take Smash JT seriously, as no one should. Only thing we ensure that the games we love remain a bastion of creativity, which you fucking lack from what I've seen, and escapism, and free from the stranglehold of toxic ideologies and political agendas. Yeah, that would be nice. But it would be nice if you didn't just make shit up about toxic workplace. Maybe it is toxic. I don't know. Most gaming studios are toxic, but in a different way. Crunch time, overtime, blah, blah, blah. That's the sort of toxicity that I would be concerned about. I don't want overt propaganda in any of my entertainment. But I sort of dipped out of most things. Yeah. I've done some, Bethesda stuff here and there, a couple of games here and there. Mostly, I'm happy that From Software games, the Soulsborne series, been a fan since Demon Souls. Sounded like my sort of thing. I was working at, I think, a GameStop at the time. I'm like, this looks like a good game. Okay. It took me forever to find that Demon Souls, the predecessor to Dark Souls. Took me forever to get it. I think I had to pick it up on re-release because so few of them were actually printed in America. But I'm glad Elden Ring became as popular as it did. And also a fan of the Shin Megami Tensei games. Also, the Persona series has a little bit more fame. But Metaphor, Refasario, I always have issues with that. I'm glad that is picking up. Maybe it might not win. I'm hearing good things about a couple of other games. We'll see. Not that I care what wins at the fucking award shows. Why I think Stuttering Craig is a stuttering idiot for fucking trying to want to replicate what the industry does, but just for his side, okay? It just seems stupid not to move to a more internet-friendly model. But that's just me. Yeah, you're not proving that you're not a Taurus. You're a gamer. Hell, even Hypnotic does a better job of proving that by playing games. I don't see that. Maybe, I think even Grumps plays some games. It seemed performative. At the end of the day, it's just proves almost, he just points out the obvious and inserts a whole bunch of stuff like hostile environment, ideologically hostile environment. He just doesn't prove a goddamn thing at the end of the day. So we'll see. We'll see how Avowal turns out. I'm probably not going to buy it. I'm just looking at it from the outside. Maybe I will pick it up. Maybe I'll put it on my backup list. My current games got some Black Friday. Yeah. Black Friday sales on Nier Automata. Yeah, I forget. Pretty much the Nier game everyone universally praise and compares to Stellar Blade. If it comes to PC, I'm definitely picking up Stellar Blade, but I am refusing to get a PS5 right at the moment. And let me get this the fuck off the screen. I think I'm done with at least Smash JT for this particular matter here. He's trying to hide his power level, but call to action. Definitely trying to get this guy fired. Maybe he should be fired, but Smash JT doesn't do a goddamn thing to actually convince me of that. Oh, he was mean to Grums and fucking Elon Musk. Get over it, okay? And I gotta stop doing the okay stuff. So, do you want to switch gears? So, anyone here for Smash JT? Have fun with a little bit of extra. So, it's gonna be nice. Got a nice little video,
dude. The debate.
So I do not have to fucking take a pause, take a sip, because talking a lot gets my throat to be.
The debate that Diesel and Beckett watched with the guy with the glasses and behind the desk or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude,
That guy with
I watched that. Oplock,
Clark.
yeah, whatever his name is. Dude, I didn't get too far in, admittedly, but I watched that and I was like, dude, Oplock is so fucking retarded. It's making this brony like look good. And I was so fucking pissed off.
He's in the chat.
So-
He's in.
so
I'll
hold on,
fucking
hold on,
talk
hold
if he
on,
comes
hold
on. I'll talk shit to him, dude.
Hold on.
He was like,
So let
he pulled
me-
up like a screen.
Such fucking projection. Yeah, you fucking got to your first little trigger moment and you're like, making the brony look so bad. Now, I should let it play some, but this is so fucking retarded. Morale. I don't know why they fucking keep this dude around. I can't figure out if he's more like flamenco. That's mean. Calling him flamenco like is very mean. I think he's more like the love child between Salvo Pancakes and who was the other person I had in mind? Not Christian. Christian, yeah, I would not wish that on anyone. Salvo Pancakes and someone else. It'll come to me later, okay? I hope.
Screenshot of someone saying like the word rape in the Discord.
We're
And he's
in
like,
the
this is
now
an example of
recording
you
server.
grooming.
You can go into waiting.
on,
I'll
hold
pull
on.
you in.
Let me kind of like
This is why. This is why this retardation is going on. They're in the now recording server. The spurgiest of the spurg.
let me kind of like preface this. So his thing and kind of like how it was going about it, right? So like he has, from what I understand, like actual extensive history working with like mentally ill
Autism.
people, right? So was it dumb to pull up the full rape DM thing? Yeah. But was it funny? Absolutely. I got a good laugh out of that. And then
No, it was
honestly,
funny, but
as
like
he built up from there,
Yeah,
Brony kept opening up more about shit that was bad. Like really bad. He should have.
I was just watching it, and it was so fucking confused because it was like,
Yeah.
he's like, this is a grooming tactic.
Not everyone is ultra autistic. Some people have a fucking attention span, morale. Okay. Gotta stop doing that. Some people actually have an attention span and aren't complete dipshits who judge something right from the start. And also, the 7 was an interview. It was a fucking interview.
I forget his exact words. It was something like that. It was like, this is something of a grooming tactic. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is like,
What was the
if someone like says like a raunchy message on Discord in like a public server, like, are they like a groomer?
So
Like,
I think the argumentation was that the supposed minor was saying I'm running away to like Danvers Studios' house. And he was like aware that they were a minor and that he was like they were talking about like rape fetish stuff. And one of his mods were talking to the minor about rape fetish artwork. And I think that's what they attributed to like grooming tactics. Is like getting that.
it was a wall of
minor
text that just said
conversation.
rape. It was just rape a bunch of
Okay.
times. He screenshotted that and showed him and was like, this is a grooming tactic. That's what I saw.
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta watch. I think I don't.
The dude, you gotta watch it. He's built, it's an interview. He has a certain tactic. Yeah, I know. You just go and willy-nilly. You just throw shit out there. See if it sticks. If not, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I was talking to people about fucking what was that? A Cheeto. Look, he was talking to this mentally ill girl about getting artwork. What the fuck? Did he do it? I don't care about that. He talked. Shut the fuck up, man. Okay, seriously. What's with the? Yeah, definitely a spurg. Definitely a. Maybe it is Salvo and Flamenco. Okay, that I was thinking of. Damn, it's annoying me. It's not coming.
I remember him saying grooming tactic to that because I know. The
Let me
grooming tactic-
hold on. Let me just find it.
No, it's fine. You probably. I haven't watched it in fucking forever. What's up, Op?
Oh, what's up? What's up? What's going on?
I could be dreaming. Okay, let me find this.
No, you're not dreaming.
You are dreaming.
Probably what it is. So, Op, Emro is trying to say that you said that the rape text wall was like a grooming tactic. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't even remember.
Let me def and I'll find the timestamp.
It's I can explain, but sure, I'll let him. I'll let him go on
for a minute.
Yeah, do some tard wrangling. Okay, have to talk down to this guy who. I don't know why people want this guy on. Is he just the new meta? He's the new Spurg that everyone has to tard wrangle because so completely just goes off and makes wild claims, then thinks he's hot shit. No, well, I hope that's act. He's got to know his role here.
Yeah. Let me put my glass.
Yeah, definitely a more controllable fucking version of Salvo. Same fucking little bullshit stuff. Oh, it was Queeman. It was Queeman. Of course, the love child between Queeman and Salvo. Because Morale, you look at his live channel, he's clearly copying it. Queeman with his little anime, little cat like dancing, moving the mouth, exactly like Queeman. Okay, sucking off bigger creators and punching down on other retards who he can get away with. Way to go, Morale. Good tactics. Suck up, punch down. It's a very good formula for success on YouTube I've seen.
This is on.
Wait, who's that guy?
Who's what guy?
Who's this guy?
You know who this is.
I don't know who this is.
Oh, this is Falgi.
Hi, Gore. I don't think we've ever.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that.
Fine.
Debate pedophile tactics. Is that what's happening right now?
100%. A complete debate PDF file. That is Morale's MO. Hard wrangling him. Maybe that's enjoyable for people. He definitely creates drama. Stupid, pointless drama. Unless, he's actually talking to a minor in Discord. He got off lightly for that bullshit. I guess he didn't do enough piss takes on people in DMs or anything Salvo related. Definitely a little bit of Salvo with a Queeman twist.
No.
I fucking hope not.
I don't know. I have work in the
That's
in
okay.
a couple of hours, so I'm gonna go to bed. Op, you can handle this. I think
Yeah.
Run while you can, Chris. The stupidity and morale can't be handled.
proud you can
You
handle
and
this.
Beckett both, man.
I'm
Go
fine.
to fucking bed if you
I'm
got
gonna go to bed.
Morning.
Fuck. Okay,
Night,
goodbye.
Chris.
Goodbye. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
will.
fucking. I miss Beckett. Fucking loser. Where is he?
He's been working on a video all day. He's in bed now because he has work in like a couple hours.
Oh, the parasocial sort of dynamics of this. I couldn't do it. The sort of streaming online, getting all out there with everyone. Just like, yeah, it's about who you know in this commentary and a whole bunch of fucking surface level bullshit most of the time. And, some people go a little bit deeper. I can respect the people who go deep, but this conversational bullshit stuff, yeah, I try to follow it. I can't. It's just like, why are these happening? Why are these conversations happening? Why do people care about this? Oh yeah, they're terminally online idiots who like the fucking entertainment of this fucking crap. Don't knock it. It's not for me. I'm just curious about why anyone. Yeah, that should be obvious.
In
by now.
public forum saying, I'm 13, I'm mentally 13, but I'm physically 25. Is that okay with you? Like,
Sure, I don't think that necessarily invalidates
Okay,
like this
I
being
mean,
kind of a retarded point, right?
I'm not going to argue that with you because I think that that's stupid if you're not going to watch the whole video. If I'm going to be real.
Yeah, Op doesn't actually address the right thing. Him just saying, I think that's retarded. That's a retarded point. You're not expanding anymore. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck people deal with this little shit here. Okay.
Because I literally am sitting there with a wall of text and him talking about how he's wants to create a
Do
safe
you think
space.
a wall of text saying rape is like an equivalent
Again,
to a
if
grooming
you're not gonna
tactic?
watch, if you're not gonna watch the whole interview, I don't know what to tell you. You're saying
See, Op is handling this wrongly. He should be like, yes, it's part of a pattern within this interview. You're not understanding this because you're hyper focusing, autistically hyper focusing on this one point. And yeah, Morale will concede. Keeps on conceding when someone isn't a complete dipshit. He can't take advantage and manhandle with his fucking debate PDF bullshit. Oh, this is not going to be fun.
you're saying to me that you don't want to watch the whole interview. If you also heard the fact that he wants to create a safe space, because part of that as well.
Op is right here, okay? It is really stupid morale, but par for the course for that dipshit. Hell, this is why I didn't fucking watch Himpleton's streams. Fucking morale made it. Like, why the fuck are you doing this content? I don't fucking know. Fucking lazy ass person. I tried to watch one of Morale's streams. He was fucking going over the dev stuff. He's like, I don't know what this is about. I'm like, fucking hell.
Well, was saying he wants adults who are attracted to minors.
Okay,
And-
I'll watch
and
the whole
kids-
interview,
and
but I'm
kids
just asking you
mixed.
very simply: do you think a wall of text saying rape in a server with minors is equivalent to a grooming tactic?
Do you know how grooming works?
Why are you
No,
very
no, no,
unwilling to answer questions?
I'm not.
Because I've asked this like 3 times at this point.
No, Morale's the only one who gets to ask questions. No one else is allowed to ask it. You didn't answer my questions. Impatient ass bitch. Can't fucking engage, trying to find some sort of angle. And when you don't have the attention span, you have to hyper focus on something that you can only call retarded. I mean, there is a legitimate reason for this, and I can almost understand it. But Morale is too fucking retarded to actually explain this in the beginning.
I'm not unwilling to answer the question. I'm asking, do you understand how grooming works? Yes or no? It's just a yes. I'm not. Even
I've asked my question 3 times. I'm not going to do the weird back and forth. You can answer mine, and then I'll participate in the conversation.
No.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
it's okay.
yeah, we're not going to get anywhere then. I think it's retarded to claim that this is equivalent to a grooming tactic.
Okay, and if you understand that part of grooming is making minors feel more comfortable and lowering the inhibition to sexual conversations, and there's people that are self-proclaiming they're as young as 14, 13 in that server, I don't really know what to tell you.
I wonder if Morale is just repeating that because he doesn't actually know grooming tactics. He wants to come off as smarter. Like, you're not answering my question.
So you think a child seeing the word rape on Discord is going to make them like more open to like a sexual conversation with an adult?
If they're in a server with adults who are having open conversations.
Okay, Op is thinking too high level with this. He's thinking, God, people not understanding how dumb this is. Morale's just like, this one little break, a rape tactic. It can be part of the rape tactic, obviously, opening this, but it's too dumb for Morale to, not too dumb. What's the words I'm looking for? It's too complex. He can't follow along. I mean, Op was correct to actually bring up this particular point.
Conversations about sex and other things like that, then yeah, it's going to lower the inhibition to that kind of comment. Yeah, that's how that works. That's how that. Just to explain to you, that's kind of how that works. Is when they are constantly introduced to a style of thought process, a style of conversation. Let it be sexual, for instance, it lowers the barrier towards it. Some of them are obviously going to be turned off by that, but the ones that are still in there and engaging in that conversation, the inhibition is going to be lowered because they're told that that type of conversation, be it rape, be it any type of sexual assault, or be it talking about any type of sex, they're going to feel like, oh, this is the place. This is what I do because I'm learning from people.
I'm pretty sure Morale's tuned this out by now. Probably like, I can't follow too many words. Can you dumb it down for me?
Around me.
So
And
what
the
happens
people-
if
and
a
the people
child
around
watches
them.
something like Family Guy or American Dad where there's like sexual humor? Do you think that's a form of grooming as well?
Are they engaging? Are they talking to Seth MacFarlane? I'm asking you.
They're watching.
That's a-
So
that's
they're
a-
watching a
that's a
piece of
s-
media.
That
Do
is
you
a
think that
stupid question. I'm not gonna lie.
if it's a stupid question, it should be easy to answer?
No, it's not grooming, but they're not interacting with it. Come on. You got to be better at that. You're not interacting with the form of media on television. This is different from
You
an
are though. You're
adult.
viewing it. That's a
This
form
is
of
this
interaction.
is this is different from them physically engaging in a chat forum with adults who are
I wanna
sexually
make it very
attracted
clear.
to them.
I want to make it very clear. The instance I'm referencing is a wall of text that's saying rape, and then you're making the claim that this is a form of
The
grooming.
wall of text is featured.
Yes. The wall of text is something put into a Discord message. Presumably, I don't know the details around this. I tried to follow this fucking crap. But the point is, it's something to engage with, okay? You're putting that out there on the Discord. Maybe direct it towards someone. Maybe just to be a little bit funny, a little bit edgy. And Morale's just so gun-ho about protecting edgy humor. So gun-ho about protecting edgy humor, and someone calling it a grooming tactic, that he has to go off on it. At least that's the way I'm reading this.
In a Discord log, in a Discord server,
Where there's an
with a-
adult and a minor, and
it's
I'm aware
not-
we've
it's
established
not-
this.
But it's not just an adult and a minor. It's not like Joe Schmo from down the street and Sally Mae. It's adults who are specifically sexually attracted to minors, having these types of conversations with them present.
So it matters what the intent of the adult is in order for it to be considered grooming.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Okay, so in any other instance, this wouldn't be a form of grooming.
In any other instance, would this be a form of grooming?
No, I'm saying in any other instance, this wouldn't be a form of grooming
I can't.
because the intent by the adult would not necessarily be to interact with the child sexually.
This is so fucking reductive. It's not even funny. Yet it's not a yes or no. Op handles this one rather well. If I remember
I would
correctly.
truly have to think on that. I would say that part of the intent in this server is grooming because they are having the sexual content. I can't speak to all situations. I'm only speaking to this narrow one. I'm not going to generally expand it to
Sure.
everything.
I mean, the way I
saying
view
that.
grooming tactics and stuff like that is usually there's like specific things that you do to accomplish like some form of grooming.
Mhm.
But in terms of this, like I see a wall of text that just says rape. Like there's like nothing there.
Okay.
There's like
Grooming is when you do things. So high level, Morale. So high level. Where did you get your PhD on grooming?
nothing I can get out of this image. Like it's more than likely shock value. It's more than likely shock humor. Which like is that appropriate to say in a server where there's like
This is borderline retarded. You don't have the fucking context for it. Does context doesn't matter to this dipshit? Is he really a flamenco? This is why I want to compare him to flamenco. Okay. He throws out fucking allegations. No back and it's just a troll. I was just trolling you. And then when it comes to actually reading what other people are doing, they don't care about the context.
people as young as potentially 13 or something like that? Probably not. But like I don't think I could make the claim that this is a form of grooming. Like the most I could say is like it's desensitizing to this type of like humor. But like I think it's very obvious.
Bingo bongo. Okay. Grooming is something that happens over time, Morale. It's not something, oh yeah, I put rape on a Discord and automatically all the little minors are coming to me for the rapes. That's not how it fucking works. It happens over time. So you have to pay attention to how the video goes over time.
Obviously, if you're posting like a wall of text that just says rape over and over again, like that's more than likely just something akin to shock humor or shock value. That's what I think.
Okay, well, again, I would encourage you to watch the full interview. We had gone through the whole Discord. The Discord contains a number of sexual messages said towards minors, as well as Gilded Poo, Vlad, whatever you want to call him, literally being messaged by.
But Morale doesn't have the attention span for that. He just literally doesn't. God.
One of the minors asking them if they had an underage girlfriend, to which when that was brought up, they start deleting messages in the Discord proper. So when Gilded Boot brought up that a minor DM'd them, or a self-proclaimed minor, as this guy likes to say. So again, I encourage you to watch the whole thing. You don't have to, but
self-proclaimed minor. Yeah, it could have been a trick or age play. Who the fuck knows with that?
it's not shock humor.
I don't see a world in which this is like what like.
I'm not.
What is a wall of text that is?
I'm not really going to debate you on this. I'm not.
Yeah, he keeps coming back to the same fucking point. Yeah, total grooming. Total grooming. It seems like total and utter grooming. The funny thing is, the one time I did go onto a Himpleton stream, I was actually like this leftist guy. Yeah, he's in the support of maps. So basically, pedophile, non-offending pedophiles. Okay. And they were like, boring. Let's not get into this. Let's fight with Slime Beast. I'm like, this is content? This sort of debate pedophile bullshit? Is this what you guys are doing? That's why I fucking did watch any of these fucking streams. And they want to replicate it. Come on. Tard wrangle this guy hard. I think that's the only way he's going to work his content. I don't know. Maybe he has other aspects. He's hard to watch.
Why did you join the fucking VC then? Get out of here. What the fuck?
I was asked to come onto the VC, but I'm not going to debate something that you and I said that we were not going to agree on.
Fucking leave.
Listen, we're
technically, that is why I brought you up here, so you and him can talk about it, obviously.
I gave him.
Yeah, you asked him to come on to explain because Kristen Ark was too fucking tired to explain a point from someone else. Oh, God.
Gave him an answer. You don't like my answer, though, right?
Your answer was, I'm not going to talk to you if you haven't watched the video or if you don't want to watch the video. You haven't given me a sufficient answer.
No, I gave you a sufficient answer. The sufficient answer is that through our investigation, it's...
Yeah. He probably lost track. You made it too long. Be like, yeah, the wall of text is a piece of evidence that I started out with. He goes into it. Op goes into it. Maybe they should just assume Morale is super autistic and super anal and gets triggered real easily. This is how people are going to have to operate around this dude. I'm going to have to walk you through something when I did this whole video, and you're going to criticize it without watching. I understand why Op is completely like baffled by this and why he doesn't want to do it. Debate PDA crap.
Not just the rape shock humor that you believe is only shock humor. There are continued instances of individuals talking to minors or self-proclaimed minors, as this gentleman likes to say, in a sexual manner. Now, if I've expressed
that's fine, but you can't look at a groomer and say, even let's say that this
like Morale isn't actually fucking engaging with anything Op is saying. Oh, I need to figure out what actually Op ends up saying that gets Morale to actually agree with him, because it happens. It takes way too fucking long. Is he being purposely ignorant? Is Morale being purposely ignorant, or does he have to be told in five different million ways? And so selfish, he doesn't want to actually watch the video to see if it makes sense. He would rather just talk shit based on as much of attention span as he could go through in the fucking stream.
This person who wrote this message is like a confirmed groomer. I don't know that that's the case, but let's just say that that's the case, right? You can't then retroactively go back in time and look at every message and be like, okay, this is a grooming tactic. This is a grooming tactic. You have to go case by case and look at what they said and try to figure out what actually is going on, right? It's the same thing with not obviously not one-to-one, right? But with Chris Tyson, people saw that he was like a weird freak with
And if you watch the video or the stream, should I say, of the interview, that's what he was trying to do. And why are you bringing up Chris Tyson? Because that's the only example you know? Maybe. Biggest example. You don't care about the little stuff, so you have to bring up the really big example to use.
With Lolly, right? So they automatically, any interaction with minors was like grooming, which not necessarily the case. You have to really go like case by case and figure out what each individual situation like was and what happened there. Not saying that Chris Tyson isn't a groomer. I obviously have my opinions about that, but like you have to go case by case. Right? I don't think it's fair to say just because you've come to the conclusion that this individual is a groomer, that like a message they...
Yeah, I don't know the case on this, but I didn't do a video on it. I'm not trying to bring it up as an example. Ballless, sackless motherfucker.
Then that just has rape in it. It is some form of like grooming tactic.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, and I don't want to misquote you. So what you're saying is that what you are asking is the wall of, or what you're stating is the wall of text that I referenced is not specifically a grooming tactic. I cannot ascertain if that person is grooming. One of the things I did say in the interview is I constantly made it.
It's a red flag. It's definitely a red flag. The whole fucking server is a fucking red flag. If what is out there is true.
Very apparent that it was what it seemed to look like, that this server, because he wanted to create a safe space for adults to interact with children, that given the
Bingo
context
bongo.
of the server. Now, if this is some shitters on Twitter, that's a different story. I'm not fucking touching that with a 10-foot pole, right?
Yeah.
But this is a confirmed
Smart.
space where minors and adults are
My
interacting.
main issue is you show this screenshot and you're like, well, how can you make the argument that this isn't a group?
He's going back to the initial thing. Again, is this dude autistic? Retarded? Trying to hide it? Fucking hell. The sheer ignorance is just baffling me.
Grooming server, and the only screenshot you show is like this. Like that this isn't like, obviously you might show more, but like I don't think just with conversing with you've been able to suggest that like this is in any way trying to like desensitize minors specifically to like
moving the goalpost. You're asking him certain things. You what the hell is he trying? This is just
rape or
I don't
something.
know
Like
why I'm
it's a
bothered.
wall of text that just says rape. There's like nothing to ascertain from that.
So let me ask you a question. So you said that, right? This is shock humor, right? So the shock humor is saying rape, right?
That's what my first instinct is when I look at that. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say the shock humor is rape.
And is that Xylee in the call with them? Is she not going to help them out? I'm almost curious to see about what was said after this fucking clip. But you know what? My brain's probably going to explode from just this crap.
Right? And then we continue to talk. And the child starts talking about rape, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, this is a really funny joke. And then the joke starts to continue, and it starts to be talking about, oh, I want to rape this person. I want to murder this person. Oh, I had a sexual fantasy. Ha, 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 tee, hee, hee. That's funny. And then the minor starts getting involved with that. So what's happening there? The minor is becoming more involved with that. The minor is becoming more desensitized to that. And so they start.
Are you saying this is something that happened, or are you saying there's a potentiality for this to happen?
In this server, we saw that there were, again, individuals. So
let's with this specific conversation, was this individual bringing up rape multiple times to minors and encouraging them to talk about it?
I would have to double check with some of the
So off the top of your head, probably it's reasonable to say no, or you don't know, right?
I don't know off the top of my head. I can admit to that.
Okay, so sure, I would say if it were the case that this individual was like spamming rape a lot, and then he would like encourage minors to joke about rape to a point where it was like negligence, and like people were like the adult and the minor were having exclusive conversations about rape, and then it turned like purely sexual and stuff like that, I would agree that like sure, I would be more willing to say that this is some form of grooming. But just given the context that I have with just this single screenshot, like I find that really hard to believe.
The context you have is nothing. You are a fucking entitled fucking child. Seriously, they're letting fucking entitled child. Yeah, you're gonna have to dumb this down and explain. You know, I don't have the attention span to watch. Fucking hell. I don't even think Smaggles would be this fucking autistic about this. I don't know if anyone would literally be
that this was leading up to some form of like egregious grooming such as that, or like, egregious predation or something of the sort, right?
I mean, I don't agree with you personally, but again, there are multiple different screenshots. It's not just that person. That specifically was not talking about the person I was interviewing. That was talking about just what he was allowing in his server.
Sure, but like your words were like grooming server, and then you cite this screenshot because of that. I don't think this is like. I don't think this is anything. I don't think you could use this as like evidence for anything other than the fact that like maybe inappropriate topics.
Oh, fucking hell. Talking about evidence, dipshit. Let me not bring other things in. He just more out. He doesn't need much evidence to actually make accusations. But it's just a troll, guys. It's just a joke when he does it. When other people actually try to establish a pattern and start with something, he subjectively triggers him, I guess. I don't know. I just think he's so hung up on edgy humor. Or maybe something else.
Are being discussed. But even then, like there isn't really a discussion here. It's just spamming of a taboo word.
I mean, do you think that that's appropriate? That's an appropriate conversation?
Yeah, it's not a discussion. You're not having a discussion. Yeah, you're trying to. I don't know what you're fucking trying to do here. Trying to draw this fucking out. Trying to find some sort of hole, maybe. I'm just not understanding where he's going with this. Is he really just this retarded? Yeah, a lot of the commentary is going to be much of the same lines. Maybe I should stop.
Conversation to have with a 13-year-old.
Obviously not. No, but I don't think that inappropriate necessarily means predation or grooming.
Then why would they be having it when they know that minors are in that kind of server?
Why do fucking like 30-year-old men say the N-word to like 13-year-olds on Xbox? It's just like
that's not the same thing. That is not equivalent. That's not equivalent. They know.
Thank God up. Horrible comparisons. The one punching down thing that I saw, I'm not fucking going over. Other dude was rather stupid from what I could see. But Morale was fucking throwing out these weird ass fucking comparisons. Like, do you think it's fucking right to fuck dogs? The dude's like, I wouldn't do that. I would be like, yeah, I wouldn't want to fuck your mom, Morale. That's the joke answer. I would be like, okay, what sort of ethical framework? Why is it wrong to fuck dogs? If you're fucking on the religious pretty much go by the Bible. You have to put your seed in a woman. Sex is for procreation. To basically have babies. Getting a little bit dry. Fucking hell. Just finishing up on that thought. You go to the left words, it would be about consent. The dog has no free will for consent. Frankly, my answer would be like, what weirdo would fucking need to fuck a dog? Loser, find an actual woman in the real world. Or jack off online. That'd be my legit answer to that fucking retarded ass question Morale asked the sort of guy he was trying to punch down on.
The conclusion I'm coming to is still the same. It's
okay,
like a
I'm
form
gonna
of
throw a
shock humor.
lifeline real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Morale, do you think maybe you should watch the
Morale, stop being such a fucking retard. That's what Xylee needs to say. She's being way too nice.
whole video to get the whole context first?
Sure, but I'm like, he's having the opportunity to give me context, and he's saying, well, like, this message isn't even by the person I'm interviewing, and like, there's other people that are involved. So he's saying that this is a grooming server just based on this one message.
It's not just one message. I referenced another message.
No, he's not. You don't like his starting point. Fine. Stop getting. Yeah, I need to wet my whistle more than that. Stop getting triggered because you don't like how he starts this interview. Stop it. I did leave a comment. Of course, there. Yeah, 14-minute marker. The joke starts. Yeah, I got that from transcript. And it starts to be talking about, I want to rape this person. I've seen something similar happen in a Discord server before. Later on, allegations came out that person running the Discord server was grooming minors. From everything I've seen, there should be of those allegations. It seems to have been confirmed. I was probably late last night. Fucking hell. I can be such a retard with my text. Should edit it, but fuck off.
There's another message from the individual that we did talk about where somebody is saying, oh, I can't wait to run away to you. I can't wait to run away to you. I think it's like,
is this by the same person?
You wish. Okay. This is not about destiny. This is about some schizo that Oppo Block exposed. You can go to his channel. I watched a bit of it. I'm like, yeah, these fucking weirdos are fucking running around on Discord, online, all over the place. Okay. It's creepy as shit. And you have people defending this. And whether or not Morale wants to admit it, this is sort of coming off as a defense. I'm sure he would spin it. That Morale would probably try to spin it. Like, I don't want to accuse an innocent person just for using edgy humor. What What edgy humor just goes right. And if you're doing it in a server with minors, that's a red flag. Doesn't mean it is grooming. It just means it's questionable if adult is doing this in a server. It's the context that Appa Block was trying to give.
No, this is by a different person, but this is to the individual I spoke with on stream.
So I don't understand what that has to do with my criticisms on this image specifically and your rhetoric.
Because again, this individual is inviting specific people.
Your criticisms are retarded, morale. You're like a fucking child. Are you really fucking in your 20s? No wonder you're fucking flirting with at least one girl in DMs. Okay. Again, gotta slap myself. Whack. But this guy retarded, or maybe he's over. Maybe he actually is a minor, aging himself up. I don't fucking know. This dude came out of nowhere.
People into perfect example.
If there's an adult trying to meet up with minors in a sexual way, sure, that's like predation, obviously.
Okay.
But we're not discussing that.
Hold up. And this is not a gotcha. This is like actually just one of the things that I'm curious about. You talked before specifically about Nux, right? We talked specifically about Nux and how the lolly thumbnails that he used invited a specific type of people, right? You had mentioned that before.
Sure.
That's the same way with this guy. They don't just find the people in his server are not
like, to
people
respond
in his
to that,
server
obviously, like that's extraordinarily reckless if you're going to foster a community that could host that type of individual that's like a danger to children. But that does not mean that it's the rule that there's going to be like dangerous people in that community, right? You have to first prove that there are people in this community. Like your series of logic should go, hey, these people have the potential to foster this kind of community because of the things that they're doing. And look, there are people in that community that they are fostering that are acting inappropriate to children. And then here's the evidence for that. You've made that assessment, and then the evidence you've given, at least in this live stream that I'm able to see, is just not sufficient. Again, just this one screenshot. If there's other evidence of like people trying to meet up with minors, obviously predation, bad, weird, don't do that. Obviously gross. But just in terms of this like one screenshot to make the claim that this server is a grooming server just simply because of that. Am I supposed to be under the? Did you do other?
Dude. Wow, stop being such a fucking retard. You're taking this. He's not saying that. This fucking thing. I mean, Appa Block does a great job of actually walking him through this. Because I don't know if I could do this. But I probably suck. Not the greatest at communicating with certain people or
streams before this that people were supposed to have context to, or is this
this is the only
this
stream.
is the first one?
This is the first and
so like,
only stream.
Coming into the stream, people are coming in like 30 minutes in, assuming that your evidence for this server being simply a grooming.
No, only retards who has no fucking clue how commentary streams like this would assume such things. I don't know where he comes from this. As I said, Morel strikes me as the love child of sallow pancakes and Queeman. Fucking hell. I don't. And Queeman is a
server is like laughable. I think. I don't think you should have used this. Like obviously, if there's more to it, there's more to it.
That's one of many screenshots used throughout that interview.
Yeah, again, my take is just using this specific screenshot to make the assessment that the server is some form of grooming server. Like, I think that's pretty stupid.
The reason I use that screenshot, I can explain to you.
He's building a case. This is in an interview. I probably repeated myself several times by now. That's because morale just keeps on just keeps bringing it back to the same point. I don't know what's that hard.
Do you want me to explain to you how the interviewing process worked and just kind of my rationale behind it? You can think it's stupid. I don't think it is. So the reason I use that, it's building him up and showing the things that he can't, that he has to cover for. He has to cover for this person. He makes an excuse for that person. So when I have the answer that I know he's eventually going to give, I have another screenshot that ups the ante. I have another instance of something happening in the server that continues the ante, that ups it further and further and further. That's how I set up that interview. So the rate.
I didn't see it. Anything against Destiny? Maybe that's why. If it happened, Maybe that's why Morales doing this. I didn't see that. But Morales idiot. Maybe Appleblok did something stupid and you want to hit him with a hypocritical thing. Come directly at him.
The wall of rape text is just the first part of it as it continues throughout the interview. Again, there are multiple screenshots with instances, not specifically the individual on the wall of text. Now, it's to be noted that the wall of text, as well as there's an individual that says they're blowing kisses to it, is one of the mods and things like that, if I remember correctly. But there's times where individuals are talking about how they have both rape fantasies and they have, they believe that they have rape philias, paraphilias, and they go into excruciating detail on how they've probably figured that out for themselves on top of the zoophilia they may or may not have and things like that. And again, these are things that are going on in the server.
I'm not doubtful that there's evidence of malpractice in the server in terms of like child endangerment or animal abuse or anything like that. Again, it's just the use of like the evidence that you do use to come to that conclusion. From what I've seen, like just the very few screenshots, it's kind of like, I don't know what I'm supposed to.
The very few screenshots. You've been hyper focusing on the first screenshot. Did you watch more? Okay, I don't know why I keep bringing this up.
Get out of this.
Okay, but you have admitted that you haven't watched everything, and this is the screenshot that
I mean, you don't show a lot of screenshots. You can literally just scrub the timeline. I think you show like maybe 10 in total.
Which isn't an account for a lot, and I show more at the end of the stream. After the interview, I do show more of the screenshots that we had, as well as images of an adult sharing a picture of themselves in like maybe I didn't show that one because that would have broke TOS. But it's an adult showing wearing like a pink singlet with like an outline of their dick in it.
And in an interview with the person, do you need to show everything? You can just talk to him about, was this there? I can bring up the screenshot if you want to deny it. Sometimes holding back the screenshot. See, Morale is talking about from the audience perspective. And that probably with the mindset, if you don't grab people right away, they're going to just drop off. I don't give a damn about those people. I shouldn't care about those people who are just in it for like, oh yeah, who completely dismiss someone right from the start. Yeah, it's a fucking joke, but obviously some people have the worldview that, yeah, they're so important that their criticism is just so great that they have to be go through some bullshit like this. This is just...
And there are people that are claiming that there are 13, 14.
When you say outline, is this like a censored image or is this an uncensored image?
They're in a pink singlet. I didn't include that into the stream because it was, I felt like it would have broken TOS.
Sure.
I'm guessing that thing about Destiny's bullshit. I haven't heard that. Seems a little bit like bullshit, but you know what?
It's not a censored image. I didn't put like a black bar in front of it. There's no black bar in front of it when it appears on their server. So.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's probably like I from what very little I know about these people, right? If they're not trolls and if this is 100% genuine and whatever, all that, there's probably more than likely evidence of like some form of malpractice. I just think you probably could have. Is there like
you're echoing? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I noticed my phone.
Okay.
I opened my phone for something.
All right, no
Uh,
problem.
How dare you? You don't sound as good as Morale. I have to admit, Morale sounds good. There's just nothing upstairs.
I just think you probably could have like I don't even know if you could have opened the stream because they might have been watching it or something like that. So maybe there's probably a way you could have conveyed it better to a point where you were like fishing for answers, but just like watching the
dude, you don't have the context. You don't even have a clue how he could have done better. Just do better, man. Do better. You're going after this guy for grooming or pedophilia. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing, but you need to do better. Because I'm so important. You need to answer to me. Yeah, get off stream, man. That was funny. Yeah, if you're not going to answer, get off stream. You asked him to come on to explain this to you because Chris the Narc was too fucking tired to run your autistic ass through this. Because you didn't have the attention to fucking focus on this.
I'm coming into this and I'm like, okay, you're arguing with this guy who's obviously deplorable. Like, just watch the content that he's made. Obviously deplorable. And then like the evidence you make for like pretty egregious claims. which he's probably guilty of, is like horrible. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, this guy's obviously guilty of like promoting like fucking pedophilia, animal.
Backtracking, walking backwards, realizing you have a dumbass take. So yeah, trying to salvage this shit. I wonder if he's actually, the hamster in his fucking head is finally coming like, okay, I'm gonna look bad if I fucking don't do this. Yeah, obviously bad. Who's gone dead? Bad. Obviously. Pedophile bad. So wonderful and brave. Groomer's bad. Pedophile. No shit, Sherlock.
Abuse, stuff like that. And then I watched this live stream where you're confronting him, and then the conclusion you come to is probably a similar conclusion that I would come to, that the server is like a server meant for
what the okay, he finally understands. He finally understands what Op was doing. He'd be like, oh, fuck. All right, how do I salvage this? Siley, help me out. Siley doesn't help either one of these motherfuckers. What? I have no fucking clue why Siley's there.
that sort of malpractice. But like the evidence you use to get there is obviously, like, in my opinion, kind of retarded.
Okay.
But like obviously if you were trying to fish for an answer, that's probably
The evidence you use. No, he's building a case. He already explained it. It's not evident. It just instinctually protect the guy going the edgy humor, because that's all Morale has. Edgy humor, and maybe he has more. Okay. Yeah, maybe he has more. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah,
different. I would back off if that was the case. If it was the case that you were fishing for like specific answers and stuff like that, sure.
So that was that.
Oh, finally, answer he was happy about. Morale. You finally satisfied Morale. Only took fucking 25 minutes. Well, probably less than that. There was a little bit of lead up. So 20 minutes of explaining this, and Morale just being a stubborn asshole. Be like, yeah, this is bad. This is a bad way to experience it to the audience.
That was the whole point, was to set up. I literally picked the least egregious thing that we could find in that server, outside of the fact that this guy believes that children should be able to be prostitutes, which is a fucking time and a half. Like Beckett posted it as well as.
Did he really go that fucking far? That's insane. Children should be prostitutes. You know, because they children should have rights, voting rights. They should be able to do what they want. My body, my choice. Fucking hell. No one wants to protect the children. I mean, I hate to fucking think about the children meme. Probably because people think about the children. That's what that meme is used for. But literally, you thinking about the rights. They have free will. Yeah, they have free will, but they're dumb little shits. Even at 18, they're dumb shits, but you got to kick them out. You got to give them a chance to go into adulthood at some point. Some people get way too pampered, in my opinion, and other people don't get pampered enough. Come hard asses.
I did. I posted our full logs of our entire conversation on my Twitter, just because there was just so much information. The guy doesn't shut the fuck up. So I knew there was, like, I'm not letting him debate me, because that's what he wants to do.
Oh, love it. Giving someone rope to hang themselves with. Classic tactic. Just let them talk themselves into a corner and see how they react when you hit them with something more solid. It doesn't always work. Optically, sometimes it hurts. Depends on the subject matter. For this, I think people are more willing to, in an interview setting, to let it play out and see how it goes. But Morale doesn't have the attention span for that, I'm guessing, and has to autistically hyper focus on the one edgy meme thing, because he's probably fucking posted something like that before. Was it a grooming tactic? Probably not. Just him being a dipshit. I'm not going to discount it. Maybe this does come from a deep-seated, like, I've done this before. Let me not go that mental gymnastics there. Sorry, not mental gymnastics, mind ready. I don't know he did it. Let me not go with that. Just the theory, folks.
I've seen some of his previous content. He just wants to debate everybody. So
is the server still up, or has it been deleted?
So we've reported the server. We know he nuked it and then re-upped it. I have called the proper authorities.
Nuked it as in like deleted it and made a new one, or nuked it as in like deleted everything in it and then made channels again?
Deleted everything in it.
Okay.
Because they were gloating about the fact that they thought that we didn't get everything. We got a lot.
Okay.
So we grabbed that. Again, that was the interviewing technique that I used. I picked the least egregious thing I could find, talking about the fact that what it appears to be, because that was his biggest complaint when I spoke with him in our pre-interviewing questions, what he believed that Kiwi Farms kept calling him a zoophile and a pedophile, which he continued to claim that he wasn't, going throughout the interview. And as we were kind of feeding him information, I was leading him to obviously his magnum opus, which was the crash out that he did, calling his mom in.
Yeah. I mean, if it was the case that you were like fishing for shit, like that kind of
Well, to be fair to this moron Morale, even if he did watch the whole stream, I doubt he would have gotten this. Because he seems dense as a fucking box of rocks. But he sounds good on stream. I got to give him some credit there. He can talk really fast also. A very good skill to have in these certain circumstances.
like changes
Wait a minute,
things.
I have a question. I have.
Sure.
Okay. No, keep going. Okay, keep going because I think
The question is, why the fuck am I letting this go on? Are you high, tired? I mean, she's probably just like chilling, be like, let's see how this plays out. Let's see how she responds.
you're getting ready to answer my question. All right.
What was your question?
So,
I was just kind of repeat myself.
so basically, you did this debate, but you came up with the same conclusion anyway.
What do you mean?
Like, as in, you do think that server was meant that way?
Yes, I just don't think like he showed like at the beginning. I thought the evidence was retarded.
Okay,
Like I thought the server was bad.
you were about to say, but knowing that he was fishing to get the guy to talk or whatever, however you worded it, finish that sentence.
If that's the case, I probably wouldn't like care as much. But if this was like your evidence as to why this server is grooming, I would like disagree with that. But if it was the case that you were just fishing for answers or whatever, I don't remember hearing the context in the beginning of the stream. So if there was some sort of context there that you were saying that's what you were going to do, I missed that.
I didn't let that known because
You need a handhold. Morale, obviously.
Yeah, I would assume that would not be the case. So yeah.
yeah
I came into the stream, I was watching this, and I was like, this is your evidence to suggest that the server is grooming. Like that's kind of, or a grooming server, or whatever the terminology. Like,
Yeah, you're an idiot. Flash judgment. Such a problem. You can't move on. Sign of autism. Did you take the test? Wow.
I think that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, no.
But knowing that he was baiting
Yeah, I think you're fucking kind of stupid.
the guy, does it make more sense to start out that way? I'm asking. I haven't watched it, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Repeat what you're asking.
What did you think about him trying to bait the guy to get him to talk? Does that make more sense then at that point to you?
Like I don't mind it. Am I misunderstanding the question? I don't really care that he baited him.
Okay. Then
I came into this because I didn't know who this guy was. I came into this and I heard him like sounding like relatively angry or relatively pressed in the video, and then him showing this screenshot, and it was like, how can you say that this isn't a grooming server because of this? And I was like, oh, this is really retarded. But if it is the case genuinely that he was simply trying to bait this guy, then yeah, I obviously backed on.
Okay, backs down. See,
Yeah.
that's what we do here at Core.
Bend the knee, bitch. Couple counseling. Stopping morale from completely going retard. Flamenco style. Probably. Again, maybe I shouldn't use the flamenco. There's a lot of thing, but yeah, accusations are not evidence. And on that particular point, yeah, good on Xylee for her counseling session. Just for the sake of the stream and possibly for what I'm going to cut this up into. Let's see how lazy I get with that. Got one last thing before peace out. And that's a very good example of how this sort of retardation, even on small commentary server, can be misconstrued in many different ways. Because I know a lot of these
That would
retards,
be
and I'm trying to figure out how much this fucking hell. I'm gonna have to speed this up probably 2 times, and I'll make sure I get all the evidence. Because let's get right into the retardation of small commentary drama and how this shit can go sideways when you have a weird sense of humor and constantly are trying to accuse people of weird accusations like being a pedophile or groomer or other shit
caught
like
up.
that.
So back on track, since Nier and I uploaded, Mythical continued to lie and even make publicly defamatory threats towards us both. He only mentions Nier in this, but we all know the full context, and he was threatening to make a very private situation regarding our poly relationship public.
Oh yeah, poly relationship. I think I joked about them being cucks. But I'm an asshole. Yeah, they got some shit for this.
And I so disgustingly, the rest of this video is going to be dedicated to exposing a lot of the truths behind Mythical and just what kind of a person he really is.
Yeah. If you want context for this, go to Psychonaut Therapy's fucking channel. I would say at least up it by, he talks a little slow. I can't really talk about that. But that's why this handy dandy feature down here. Yeah, I'm not one to speak. I'll slow it down, make sure subtitling's on, blah, blah, blah. For those at home, you can even slow it down if we're going too fast or too slow. Convenience of model.
All right, there is a lot to go over in the next couple
technology.
sections of my video, since a lot has transpired that I've not been at liberty to discuss until now. I'd first like to start with the events that tie more personally into Nier and I, that being Mythical's consistent threats of slander towards us both, on not just one, not just two, not even three, but on many, many occasions since our falling out with him. I can't show every instance of him doing this, because I've been asked to not make all of them public by an anonymous party involved. But this all started because during our drama, a few days after my
Lame frog, gay frog boy. Lame as shit, man. Expose them. No. Yeah, you got to keep some shit under lock and key.
falling out with Mythical in DMs, and after Nier and I blocked him, he went to one of his friends, Samuel, with a screenshot of Nier blocking him on Twitter while claiming the following. I'm Alex would be proud with him. Oops, didn't mean for that to slip out. Shh. Ain't no way. Don't say anything to anyone. This was the first of many instances of him outright lying and gaslighting his whole friend group into believing very disgusting allegations about Nier and I.
See, I don't know about this. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I just question who's doing the gaslighting in this. Uno reverse. I'm not going to say this isn't true. I'm just saying, generally, when you don't have all the information, putting out videos like this sort of make you look like shit. And why the fuck is Mythical doing this shit with these people? I always felt that was weird. Oh, remember the thing I said about in the comment section? That was no Miss Yath. Might get into that next time I stream. I even stream more. Not that it helps me any, but it's a good way to just go over content. But maybe I can cut up if I think it's worth anything.
Luckily, Samuel was smart enough not to believe him right away. He spoke with another party that was directly involved in the personal situation that Mythical was referencing, but Mythical's lying and gaslighting didn't end here. He continued to allege that he knew the truth about our personal relationship, a situation that everyone involved all agreed to leave private, going as far as to compare us to I'm Alex, claiming multiple times.
Gay. Frog boy. Yeah, I used that joke against Psychonaut Therapy in one of my videos on something with him. You can go back and look at that. It was stupid.
Times we were abusive and threatening to quote-unquote make it all public. So not only was he hell-bent on publicizing a situation where all parties agreed to keep it private, but he wanted to disgustingly label us as abusers. Even one of the parties involved with us, and Myth's supposed quote-unquote source for the abuse.
Yep. You need the sources to make such egregious claims. This call is mainly what I'm here for.
Allegations didn't agree with him, although I cannot show this because they're the same anonymous party from earlier who asked me not to publicize everything. But this is all without saying that he was called out for having absolutely zero evidence to his claims as well, and also self-admittedly just wanted to use our private situation as a quote-unquote gotcha to get back at Nier and I in the pettiest way possible.
We were talking to
Yeah, I'm sure this happens a lot in small commentary. Use that nerd rage, set people up. And I just point out, because I want to, that this was recorded by Ace Howler. Okay. It's starting to go into a decline. Ace Howler. I just call him Ace because Howler is being annoying along with Ace.
We pulled us into a group chat to talk about what Mythical potentially leaked to me and other people.
Mythical.
And then he said he was very upset about it. Extremely upset. He felt like his trust was broken. And shit like that.
Oh, feelings. This is why I fucking hate people talking about their feelings. Everyone get wrapped up in their feelings. Okay. Bam. I need to stop that. Basically, pretty much what I'm trying to say is when you're always trying to care about other people's feelings, sometimes you can't get at a lot of things. Guys, sometimes you gotta, well, at least I think sometimes you gotta be cruel to be kind and not just a jackass who tries to set up a dramas like this. Not that I know that it was done. Could all be as it's portrayed here, but I tend to find the truth tends to be a little bit more complex than it's portrayed in things like this.
And he didn't want anything to do with it. Mythical after that. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if he's gonna be like fucking like having these fucking big allegations on someone, and this said someone is still fucking with me, I'm not gonna fucking keep quiet for forever. Like, I've held onto this fucking information for so fucking long, and my fucking morals with this shit is that I want this shit out there because I don't think this fucker deserves a fucking career or a platform, especially how fucking horrible he is.
Mythical. The thing is, if you
I tried.
That is fucking deranged. What do you have on this guy? I think it's rather bullshit from everything presented. I'd be willing to hear Mythical out, but I don't think he would have the proper evidence either. I'm sure he would have shown it somewhere. People coming into commentary just don't understand. Evidence is better to have. If not, it's just slop content that you can play around with some things.
I tried fucking keep it down on the low for the longest time.
If you
I
drop
really
that
fucking have.
story without anyone's consent to drop it, you're gonna look
And you
fucking
don't have
horrible.
Yeah, you don't have proof right now.
I also heard that you don't even have like screen.
You gotta love how Ace concerned is fucking the cassette thing. The broken trust, I think, is more of a thing. But is Ace Howler even 18 now? Fucking hell. I think these dipshits have way too many minors in their fucking servers. Especially with what they fucking do. That is dumb as shit.
Screenshots, you just were told what happened, so you're just gonna make a video and be like, Nier did this.
Well, I'm not making a video.
Well, even if it's a community post, it doesn't matter. If you even talk about it, regardless, you have no evidence to back it up. You know, if all of them wanted to, everyone involved in that situation could deny that even happened, and you can't even prove them wrong. That is how little evidence you have.
That would be actually evil on their part.
Well, that's the problem.
Not entirely.
You don't have any evidence for it.
What do you mean not? Wait, what do you mean not entirely?
You did kind of leak it, and that I don't know. I feel like he does have a little bit of the right to kind of be upset about that.
Well, that's kind of the problem here, though, because from what I've seen for like messages with you, it seems like you're wanting to go public with this without a consent from any parties, and that could be like a huge issue. Regardless.
Well, I'm fucking tempted. Well, but I haven't done anything yet.
I'm just
but
saying.
I'm fucking tempted.
I'm glad you
like,
haven't done anything.
The guy has generally pissed me off for so long. I know that he's a massive piece of shit, and I just want to fucking end it with him. I really fucking do.
Yeah,
like,
this is not the way.
Like, you have to understand my fucking point of view of this whole thing, because this fucker has been annoying me for so fucking.
Standpoint theory. My feelings trump anyone else's sort of opinion on this. That will get you eaten alive. Most places, but especially in commentary from what I've seen. And I've been an observer. I've watched it for way too long and seen how it evolved over the years.
Fucking long with this shit, right? And like the fact that I know what I know is fucking killing me. Because I just want to fucking make everything public at this.
Drama queen very much. Suck it up. Man up. Suck it up. Fucking stop getting so attached to these people online.
Right? And be like, fuck you, Nier. Fuck you, Psycho. I'm done with your shit. kill yourself.
But that
I can
And then just
understand how
drop all that
hard it
shit.
is. I can understand that's hard, right? But he was your friend, and kind of.
well, it's
I can get why he's mad, but like at the fucking same time,
Eve-
you can't like keep something a secret forever.
But he did trust you.
even if we're like disregarding all of that, this would only backfire on you regardless.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. You like we just said earlier, you don't have any receipts, you don't have consent from any of the parties to share it. If you took this, they could easily frame it as you took
wait,
a
hold
personal
on.
situation.
Oh, no,
Hold
fuck all
on.
that.
Hold on.
Yeah, but there's a difference between that and just using it as a point in public drama against someone.
What I'm fucking drunk. What? Wait, what do you mean?
Because I mean,
Wait.
it seems
Ace is right. Seems really petty. Reveal something secret that you learned just because someone pissed you off. What pissed him off? I don't think you going far into that. So you have this whole thing. I think this goes into the sort of antics, which is more important.
Thought you guys
Probably
agreed to keep
Spent
it
too
all
long
private.
on that.
I mean, my
But it's
My
not
video
like
is gonna
anyone's
be
watching.
30.
like it's just going to include everything, but this is going to be the thumbnail.
I've already
Okay.
seen the thumbnail.
Yeah, so you know it.
I can't tell if you're actually fucking trolling or not.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm confused.
Good hard though.
I mean,
Make that shit into an album cover.
Okay, buddy.
I was just going to make it a video.
That's crazy.
What do you mean?
I'm on the verge of death.
I thought everyone agrees that it wouldn't get out.
I had my fingers crossed.
Is this like a joke or not? Like actually beat Ted ass?
Oh my god, you're so retarded.
I generally don't know with you anymore, man.
What do you mean anymore, dude? Fuck you.
Oh, the fucking irony. Crying over his own private situation possibly getting leaked as a response to him making allegations about us, all whilst continuing to threaten those allegations. So I think all of this segues perfectly.
Yeah. See, this is why I like videos like this. It gives you a look into how things go in the back room, how things are negotiated backside. And sometimes in smaller commentary, when they're sort of fighting it out, sort of turning on each other, sort of survival of the fittest, you'll have shit like this going down. And I'm sure this stuff happens at a higher level. Hell, I know it happens at the higher level. Fucking the whole Southpaw shit. Great of example of that. But let me not go into that. That's not the highest level. And that's all unconfirmed stuff that I can't confirm. Lots of theories, but who cares about those in commentary?
Into the next section of my video, and I've held off exposing Mythical for who he really is for long enough. So what was the full context of the quote-unquote animal gore situation in question?
Oh, God. And Doxid.
So before
He
we
has
begin,
evidence.
videos started surfacing around Yagang. They each got dismissed over time with
of last year having like a slaughtered pig, like a pig getting decapitated.
Can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes.
On like an OBS video.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And he also then apparently like
Oh, look, another fireside chat. Let's put here, Yo Gang. Weird group. Pretty sure Nomus Yoff was in this group. And from what I hear, he at least groomed one person, sexually messed with them. It's impossible to know for sure, but it definitely seems like it's the case. Unless it was a total another frame up, which I believe that's a fucking conspiracy theory for that. I think there is enough evidence. But it's been a while since I watched any of those videos.
sent a video like a cow getting cows getting shot emoji at it.
You have to word it like that. That sounds funny as fuck.
It was a
You
it
can't
was
just
an
say
emoji edit of like a bunch of cows getting put down.
Wait, you said that sounds funny as fuck, Mythical?
No, the fucking MLG part, because how unhinged it is.
Looks like his
So
humor
funny
did
that
not
he said that to his
change.
friends.
And what we're talking about studying is the fact that me, Beast, and Fabio all remember there being a pig. Fabio remembers it being decapitated. Mythical remembers none of this. Beast remembers, and so does Fabio, the cow getting sent.
Conveniently.
Like this edit. Apparently, Mythical admitted to it last week, but now he's forgot about it, and he doesn't remember admitting to it, and he doesn't remember sending it, but he remembers the video. But apparently, the video wasn't that bad, but that's the only thing he remembers from it. So,
I mean, I
that's
personally, I feel like the video with the cow thing 100% happened because if Beast said like it really wasn't that bad, the only way I feel like he would have seen it is if like Mythical sent it, so that Beast could see
No,
it.
he did send it. No,
So-
I said this already. He did
Yeah, no,
send
like that's why I feel like it 100% happened with the cow thing.
it. It was. I believe it was in a group chat. It couldn't have been in DMs. We don't talk like that in DMs. It's always in calls or group chats.
Right. So like, yeah, we could sign that off. That happened.
We always talk like that in chat and DMs. So are they using no evidence for this? I'm just curious about
It might. I don't know.
Might
But,
do.
like,
What
I
the
was,
fuck?
I was, okay. Look, fucking let me talk.
Okay, Joe.
Can we kick this bitch out the fucking group chat?
Kicking the guy that's saying you said a gore of a pig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
fucking
doesn't
said
look
it like a million
okay.
fucking times, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Fabio, stop.
Yeah, that
yapping.
doesn't look fucking guilty.
Calm
I
Yeah,
down.
bro was like literally fucking yapping the
Calm
same shit
down.
over and over again.
I mean, I'm just saying, right?
I
Like
won't
from an
fucking
out,
speak.
from an outsider's point of view, right? You haven't painted yourself in the best light, right? The wording with some of the stuff you've said, the fact that you've forgot, like some people would say conveniently, like how you've dealt with it and how you've out with it. I mean, it doesn't look great. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying that means you've done it, but it doesn't look great in any capacity whatsoever.
If any of this did happen, most of my connections would not.
Another great Samuel and Ace fireside chat. Good to know. Good to know. All this is found in the truth about Mythical, Slander, Gore, and more hypocrisy. I don't even want to go over their Nomus Yacht video. I'm sure they have something like this in their Nomus Yacht video. Yes, I'm pretty sure there's animal gore, the dachshund stuff. Oh, look.
I saw this
dachshund-
video on Discord. So I don't know who sent it to me, but I need to know like the context of the video, like what happened in the video.
Gulp.
Someone sent me
It was
the video real quick.
his pig. He got his head cut off and he
No.
went stiff.
Okay. I
Not
do remember sending
sending
a video like
the
that.
fucking pig video in the fucking group chat.
Mythical, send the video.
No one
Okay.
said that you sent it in a group chat.
Yeah, I sent a
The
pig
only-
video,
the
that's
only
for
video
sure.
I know for certain I've seen from Myth is the deer getting fucking deleted by an airplane.
Mythical.
Okay, to be fair though,
Mythical.
Calyx isn't a
pattern.
minor, right? And I was also shown that. I was also shown that.
I'm sorry, do you have to be a minor for it to be a bad thing to show animal gore? Krellix, was the plane with the deer? Was it like how bad was it? Was it graphic or was it?
Oh, okay. Well, honestly, it was funny. So it was a plane landing, right? And there was a deer and it just turned into a red mist.
Mythical.
Jesus.
What the fuck is this shit? This can't be healthy. These fucking group chats. I don't know where the docs
Apparently
claim
it's on
goes.
Twitter,
I
and others have
disavow. I don't see. It's confirmed about the animal
Apparently,
war.
I
A little
did.
lame.
It's pretty obvious in
Oh.
the grand scheme that he did, and later loosely admit to these instances again, albeit still trying to hide his admissions behind quote-unquote not remembering and using loose language like, apparently I did. It's pretty obvious in the grand scheme that he did, and it's
Yeah, I have to wonder about that. I mean, if he has mental problems and this, and they just try to tell him he did it, I'm just starting to question some of this crap. The gaslighting, okay? I'm just rethinking all these fucking things because it happens so much. Seems a little weird. You think Samuel and Ace would learn to maybe they will finally learn after their association with Templeton. You know, they had Mythical. They had what's his name? Oh, no, Musyav, the guy who pretty much was grooming minors in his Discord or in DMs. I forget the details of it. It's been too long. And the Zero Needs Coffee, they sort of tried to be like, yeah, Seal Clappy, you're a weirdo. He wasn't that bad. Yeah, he asked for porn from a minor, but he just turned 18 and she was like 17. Anyway, she was trying to bait him. And you definitely were doing the same exact thing we seem to be doing in a lot of these calls. But at least we're funnier than that and not being so preachy like you were. That's the difference. We're funny. We try to be humorous about it. You were way too serious with Zero Need. Just pointing that out.
trying desperately to hide from it and avoid the repercussions. It's also worth mentioning that during the time shortly after we met Mythical, which is around when the cases of Gore posting from him apparently took place, he was also doing it in my server. I do not fully recall the event, I'm going to be honest, because I was probably ignoring Mythical or something during this particular VC. But according to Nier and other members like Krillix, they all attest to seeing him play the aforementioned video of a deer getting killed on his OBS slideshow. For those unaware, you can set up your Discord camera to play a slideshow on OBS when you're in voice chats. This doesn't just include images either. It can be yeah. Oh, fuck right. I didn't even mention any of the doxing. a
Oh,
while back, I
Doxin.
remembered Mythical
Okay, here. I guess I should play this. Maybe
mentioning
there's some
something
more
about seeing Rev
from
says
this.
Vesu's dogs. Before I go any further, I absolutely have to state I am not defending Rev here. He's a piece of shit. But I don't believe that makes it okay to go spreading around anyone's dogs, which is exactly what Mythical ended up.
Yeah, okay. That's the docs. Red said Desu. Fucking hell. Case cracked. That shit. He hates lolicons. Who likes lolicons in fucking small commentary? They are the punching bags.
Fucking rich. Between the hypocrisy displayed from him in my last video, outright cutting off messages I had with him.
Yeah. I mean, I think they have way too much context for a lot of these videos, but
I fucking built this fucking.
they have maybe I was talking about morale having a short attention span, but I just think condensing stuff is smart.
Group
And
up
this is
was
way
so
too
long.
much.
I mean, I think it's
Just give me the meat, guys. Where is the beef, guys? Oh, fucking the 80s fucking ad. Oh, yeah. So Mythical is quite an interesting case. Noma's Yaf. Psychonaut Therapy showed up on Samuel's Trash Taste. I always forget the name. Trash Talk podcast. You get some big names in there. Good networking ability, Samuel. On to that. Grums, Kumo. They had an interaction with Kumo. Some Cree. This was the first video. Let's see what we can pull from here before I close.
All right, I'm
up
not going to do
shop.
my usual spiel today because this really wasn't the
Good.
video I wanted to be making. But seeing as Mythical has not only posted a quote thread about me on Twitter, which
Yep. Definitely looks bad. Mythical is definitely a weirdo. Okay, he's got a good voice like Morale, but even less than Under the Hood. I'm not even gonna make that comparison. Morale sounds better, can talk better, and definitely is smarter than this dude. But that's not a high bar to make.
this all started a few weeks ago, directly on my birthday, in fact. A Twitter account made an account where nothing was really resolved by it, and Mythical was just defending Beast from following the account. A couple days later, the troll account posted a thread calling me out as a groomer.
Okay, I will sum this up. Troll, they got mad that Mythical's friends were following this. They were thinking it was one of one of Mythical's friends doing this troll account. They got mad, blocked, blah, blah, blah. That's the short version. You can watch this if you wanted to get the skinny on the
Thunderstruck,
details.
Mythical made a comment responding to someone else under Thunder's community post regarding Nier and I. Nier and his low-life boyfriend have been caught lying so many times in the last month or two, even going out of their way to downplay the sexual harassment I received from their friends because they wanted to protect them. That's two of the reasons why I want.
Okay, here's the good part. Second part, why did I start with that? That was sort of the video calls. This sort of retardation.
Nothing to do with
let's
them.
see them go over the sexual harassment.
Timestamps of these.
Because
Right.
I'm not the type to believe a crap like this without evidence.
He's being serious with his allegations. Mythical proceeded to instigate, harass, and escalate the situation not only towards.
Okay, stop talking about my ass, faggot. It's good. This guy's a little bit creepy. Stop acting like you know me. I don't even know who you are. Blah, blah, blah. Mid, blah, blah.
Losers in our third, but Sergey eventually started playing along.
Let's see. DM, back to that. Sorry, I'm just here. I'm trying to finish up so I can finish up. Okay. As I said, I just want to see the harassment.
But please, elaborate. They took it too far when they were making weird comments after I told them to stop. And not only that, but they bring up family. And if you know me, well, bring up my family is a very sensitive topic for me. If you know, you know. Now, really quick, I have to give a small disclaimer that I have to blur some of the parts of this next message because they involve very sensitive information about Mythical's personal life and ignore the jokes and bullshit. If it persists too much, I'll try to shut it down in the server. But to be clear, I don't really give a fuck either way about this. This whole thing comes off as a rules for thee but not for me scenario right now. I understand that most people won't know, but that shit is still recent and it really fucks me up. You were also making fun of the day he lost his girlfriend. Comparing that to is wild. Plus, he never made it clear to me that he was affected by the jokes. It's still not something you should fucking joke about? Shut the fuck up before you take that high horse. There's levels to it, my guy. Don't dish it out if you can't receive it is the takeaway. And the fact you refuse to acknowledge that and still bitch about being wrong tells me all.
I agree with that last statement. Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
I need to know. We're done here. Either take my advice or don't. I don't care which. Whatever. Now, I need to highlight something very important in regards to those DMs. Mythical has claimed publicly multiple times that I condoned and am downplaying him receiving, quote, sexual...
Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Sorry, gay frog
You
boy.
know my sense of humor, and what I say isn't serious. Except you were being serious by your own admission. You never once tried to play it off.
Not a joke, it's true. You're not the only dog fucker. You're the puppy fucker. You're a zoophile and pedophile combined. My bad. Is this the same thing? I guess that's fine. Wasn't meant to be funny. Yeah, that's called a double down. If you don't have proof to back it up, you sort of look like a clown there. Okay, come on, evidence.
One up me with this comment, attempting to depict me as a pathological liar, and like I condone sexual harassment, which I disproved twice in DMs.
So if you didn't know, I was in this Discord server a few months ago until I left, and the main reason why I left was because the server members in there, who are also his friends, were sexually harassing me. But I will go into more detail in a bit, but he really does try and downplay this whole situation by showing a screenshot of me jokingly calling someone a monkey and joking.
Okay, he's showing something. Are you showing anything about the sexual harassment? Does he? I don't know. I don't care. Evidence per evidence. Don't fucking pull this bullshit here. I don't know all the details. Not really relevant to this. This is just where these sort of you're a pedophile, these false accusations, maybe they're joke, maybe they're not. They're the fucking Pandora's box, the cat in the box. You know, if the accusations seem right, it's a joke. I mean, sorry, reverse. Brain's getting things backwards. Not used to streaming this long. Need to get practice. Point being is it's the whole Jane thing. Is it a joke or not? The morale thing. It's Pandora's, not Pandora's. I keep wanting to say Pandora's because everyone's open to fucking troubles all over Discord. Cat in the box. It's both a joke and not. Whatever's convenient for the person doing the said joke at the time.
Calling people a pedophile, which I think is kind of funny that he uses this, because if you know me well, then you know that I mean nothing behind what I say when I say this type of shit, because with the whole calling people monkey thing, that has no racist context behind it. I just say it for the sake of saying shit, and it means nothing whatsoever. And it's the exact same thing with the whole calling people pedophiles, because, you know, that's my humor. My humor is to say some dumb shit.
For someone calling me a liar, you love to omit important details. I tried telling you this once already, that excusing this behavior is just the quote-unquote norm for your humor is fucking stupid. By your logic, everyone who was sexually harassing can just claim it was their sense of humor as well. Doesn't excuse their behavior to you, now does it? Especially when you consistently made people upset.
Correct. Okay. The joke defense. I make complex jokes that are often misinterpreted. But in the end of the day, they aren't just total bullshit. They're just complex things to sort of fuck with stupid people.
Set and uncomfortable with it. So you've done nothing but slander and defame everyone else, which you even admitted to me and multiple other people that you knew what you did was wrong, but...
Hey, come on, Psyche. Slander, look at the source. Why are you calling this clown slander? I mean, Griffin Gaming, I can understand the slander thing, except for Griffin Gaming can use that thing with Kurtosis as a joke, which probably was. But you can still say it's a horrible joke and some autistic people are going to take it the wrong way. And that would be true.
But you continued to do it anyways. I also have to add, you weren't the only one being demonized during that. I made it very clear I didn't like that you started it, that I didn't want it to persist in my server on either side, and that you coming to me over this was pathetic because you see no issue with calling people pedophiles, even if it's harmful. You seriously see nothing wrong with what you do, and that's the scariest part. Fucking pathetic excuses.
And you know what's really funny about this shit? That I don't even do any of this shit privately. This is all public knowledge. Everyone who knows me, and even my own audience, knows that I'm just a shit poster, and that I do this. So guess what, buddy? You're not bringing up anything new.
Is this, I have to say, is this Mythical's editing or fucking is Psyche trying to give me some sort of seizure or fucking thing? Seizure warning for this fucking black screen. I don't know if this is Psyche or fucking Mythical who's fucking doing this weird ass shit.
whatsoever.
Right, I forgot. Publicizing your behavior made it okay to go into people's servers, slander and defame them, make them upset and uncomfortable, then cry victim when they retaliate because I'm not serious, it's just my sense of humor, guys. I have no idea why you thought anyone else was being serious in my server either. Doesn't matter how many times you've been told to stop or what you're doing is wrong. This has been a repeating issue with you. Rules for thee, but not for me, I guess. I seriously do not care how, quote, normal this is for you, or if you do it publicly. I cared because you did it to people who did not feel comfortable with it repeatedly in my server. If you're going to cry sexual harassment, then keep that same fucking energy.
And if you want a moral fag about this shit, why don't you bring up the screenshots of your own friends literally calling me a monkey as well? And not only that, but your own femboy boyfriend saying the N-word like there's no tomorrow. Of course, I don't really care about him saying the N-word because I'm not offended, but if you're gonna moral fag over it, at least call him out as well, because right now you're just looking like a bit of a hypocrite and you are being disingenuous.
Okay, genuinely though, how fucking stupid are you? Like, how far over your head did the point go? You seriously think I was trying to...
I don't know. It does sound incredibly stupid, but it's a little hard to follow what Mythical's putting down.
highlight you using slurs or calling people monkey? The point I was trying...
Why do people keep being friends with retards like this? I don't understand. You generally make fun of people this stupid. Okay, I try to avoid it. I might stop doing it now. Who the fuck knows? Neo anti-SJW arc. Let's see how it goes.
...to make is right fucking in front of you. Rules for thee, but not for me. No matter how much anyone else insisted you've gone too far, you excuse calling people child rapists because it's just your humor. My god, this really is a fucking double standard. And he's trying to call me a hypocrite because I didn't go after Nier for saying the N-word? I didn't go after you for that either, dumbass. Remember though, guys, according to Mythical, I'm the disingenuous idiotic liar here.
So this guy really did try and downplay the whole situation by saying this. He basically tries to downplay it by saying that I was only called Pookie and now I'm claiming...
It wasn't so much about the slurs or being homophobic, more so highlighting that this was what he was doing to people in my server because he thought it was funny, which they got fed up with and started calling him Pookie and making fun of him, which he wanted to claim is now sexual harassment. Why? Ignoring what he did. What the Pookie? That's sexual harassment? It's been a while since I fucking watched this. 5 months. Did I even watch this? I don't fucking know.
It's sexual harassment when that is not true whatsoever.
So wait, you saw this comment and still missed my point from earlier? How? How did you read this and think I was trying to call you out for slurs earlier? As for downplaying the harassment, we already went through the server messages. The worst thing said towards you was Athens saying something like, I'll fart in your mouth. Like, absolutely scathing, bro. How would you ever recover? But remember, guys, calling people pedophiles, rapists, and zoophiles is funny, even when you make people uncomfortable, because my humor, mate.
I legit have screenshots of me feeling uncomfortable with the things being said to me, even to the point where I told them to stop, but they kept on going. And it isn't just the word Pookie, it was a lot more sexual comments.
Literally in your own screenshots, you've proven me correct. The worst thing said was, I'll tickle you till you fart. I've already debunked you starting the shit and persisting regardless of how people felt, and you're excusing your behavior because you think it's funny, but you're still...
No, gay frog boy. There could be some unknown tweets, but yeah, burden proof's on him if he wants to make outrageous claims.
Still trying to cry over this? Bro, this quote evidence is weak as absolute fuck. You're pathetic. You cannot take a...
I wouldn't even call something like that as evidence, but
joke or deal with your own medicine. Fuck saying I'm not cut out for YouTube when I got upset over grooming allegations. You're the one that's not cut out for YouTube if you cannot handle simple remarks like this. Either get fucking real or get off the platform.
And the fact that you're lying about the situation now is just beyond sad. But hey, let me explain something to you, buddy. Sexual harassment is when someone is feeling uncomfortable and tells the other person to stop making sexual comments about them. And if they don't stop, that's when the harassment begins. And it isn't just any harassment, it's sexual harassment due to the sexual comments being made.
Double standard then. You were told to stop harassing people in my server multiple times. You repeated this offense multiple times over month-long periods, even though you admitted what you were doing was wrong multiple fucking times. The things you were saying towards others was much worse.
I'm inclined to believe it, but I'm inclined to also fucking end this fucking video because it's been going on long enough. I think I proved the point. It's also, of course, the lovely No Man's Goff content, which you can fucking check it out on your own. Nier, I'm pretty sure Psyche's boyfriend, he's got to be in the comments here. Has it? I don't know. He's neverless, however you say that fucking name. Al Road Breach Saga. He was still on the up and up with that, or is he just coming on their videos despite being on the out and out? I don't care. At the end of the day, doesn't really fucking matter. I need to pee and I wouldn't do much better, so I'll put this together this later, or I'll be lazy and not. Definitely gonna come into play later, and next time, a little bit more whatever I want at the time, whenever I want to stream. Maybe I'll have a better announcement about it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Fucking hell. Pee.